Alright. Will!
Hey!
What happened last time on Ebon Ward?
Last time on Ebon Ward, once Amaranth had placed the final touches of magical security on Armella's prison in Karstock Larie's basement, everyone gathered at the Portmaster's office to discuss the next steps. Emmett, of course, joined the meeting and shared his concerns about being divided once again. It was agreed that the Keepers and Blue Jays would be working together more. Armella's involvement with the attacks would be kept from the public, and that Rosa Hersif would gain control of a small platoon of Keepers. A few people in the room noticed that Emmett omitted Payne's new title of Conqueror, but did not press on it just in case it was a trap to cause more upheaval. With that handled, Rosa agreed to take Amaranth out to brunch the next morning, to give the 11th hour a chance to enter the Horde without the sorcerer present. Redpath asked various stands about where they're getting their food, considering some are unknowingly selling Blood Harvest. They mentioned they get their food from Sweetstone, Bitter End, and Melody Meadows, as well as some smaller farms just outside of town. Just like getting the ones further outside of town, what the fuck is this sentence? They like. Oh,
you should have proofread the script, Will.
I did. Get off my ass. They liked getting the ones further outside of town, as they seem to last far longer than the average and are notably more cost-effective. With this information, Redpath returned to the hotel where he, Maze, Duchess, and Garen discussed what comes with a longer life and what to do with it. Because he seemed so down, Garen offered to make breakfast in the morning for Redpath and told Maze he would help. Meanwhile, Dia, Nash, Fez, and Andrin had a girls' night, which included Addis, who was kind of a bummer because he was all sad and shit. Overall, a very pleasant evening for everyone. And in the morning, Garen and Maze kept their word and created a pretty solid breakfast for the group before they head out to the Horde of House Hersif. So, let me drag us back to the actual hotel. Loading, and then I'll ping. Wachow.
Ah.
So everyone else is wrapping up their breakfast as Redpath asked to speak with Garen very quick, or just for a moment, before they all headed out. Let me get some.
Just a quick moment of Gary.
Hang on, I gotta know before we do this. Maze, are you the one painting the thing?
I mean, I can paint the thing.
You're the most apt to paint it accurately, and I feel like if anybody else tries, I'm like the next best option, but like...
I think Maze has to be our painter-in-chief now because of, you know, prior events.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you have done that already, like, throughout the evening, or is that something you're doing now before we leave?
I mean, I can do that now. We should probably have like a vehicle to explain it within fiction, frankly.
Yeah.
So so I'll have Maze here as well as Garen walks in and just crosses his arms like, all right, what do you want?
Oh, wait a minute. No, Maze, do a different room. Do a different bed. Come on.
Why? What's wrong with this one?
I just meant, like, I'm trying to have a conversation here. Oh God,
Maze, get out!
Loading. Everything's loading so slowly.
I'm sorry, why do you need him to interact with the bed?
So, we have a stupid idea, which usually tend to be our best ideas, and I have a little trinket that should we get in a bit of trouble and we are not able to hightail it out of the situation today, at least what we got there, or what we went there for, might be able to. So, we're trying to find somewhere small and secluded that somebody could throw an object through and would land safely on the other side. So we're going to paint the underside of a bed. This was Dia's idea, I should mention.
And this object understands it's the same bed.
Well, Mace, can you, like, carve a name or something into the bed? Just something to make it very obviously a very, like,
You would vandalize.
We could get Nash to fix it.
That was his eyes.
I'll make the cuts real shallow so we can just carve it off.
You could tie a ribbon onto the bedpost instead, maybe.
That's probably also acceptable. I'm kind of short on ribbons, though.
Here, take mine.
Well,
He's just standing there holding the end of his braid like, oh, fuck. Well, I don't want to let this go. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Didn't you have a ribbon you offered me just last night?
Yeah, it was that one. Hang on, I'll go find another one.
Yeah, you leave and come back and you have a ribbon now.
Okay. Alright, we're good.
Garen just like crosses arms. So, I understand Maze needs to paint something. Why am I here precisely?
Oh, yeah, put my stuff there on the bed. Dang. I should have thought this through easier. I just want to talk to you about some stuff. You know, me, worrywart as I am.
Alright.
Yeah, so here, I'm just gonna come out here and talk instead.
Goodbye, Maze. Thank you for
Bye,
your
Maze.
assistance
Thanks,
with breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He just
of course.
slams the door.
Don't, come on, man. The hinges.
Opens the door. I apologize. And then quietly closes the door.
Oh, so kind.
Yes, quiet.
All that crap that I had on my bed just there, that is kind of insurance. So if we end up going into our project today and either get killed, which is the worst of the two options, or I get like arrested and thrown in jail, I would really, really appreciate it if you looked through some of that stuff there and mailed back what was for my family to my family. If you're willing to do that or something.
He kind of like looks at you for a little bit and then just nods. Absolutely. Oh, I don't think I'll need to, but
You know, just in case.
just in case.
I left a lot of my cooking supplies there, and if I don't come back, don't send that to my family. They have enough. I need you to take that, and I need you to learn how to use it properly.
Narrows his eyes. Was my cooking not sufficient?
No, so that's the next part of this. I had a dream last night. This is really funny. It's kind of weird. I had a dream last night that Andrin and I were fishing, and we got a whole bunch of fish, but like every time I looked back, they were smaller and smaller, so we had to keep on fishing over and over again. And then at some point, the dream moved on, and we were bringing the fish back to, I think, what was our house or something, or someplace we were staying, and you were the one in the kitchen. So when I woke up, and that basically happened for real, that was really fucking weird. I know you said you would, but it's still like just really bizarre to me. So I guess that's this is me trying to say thank you for that, because I did really need that this morning.
Well, I'm happy to make your dreams come true. Is that what you want to hear?
Wow, okay, when you say it like that, ooh. Well, if my dream involves learning how to clean a cauldron and then, you know, put soup in a cauldron and crack an egg properly, the chef told me what happened to those eggs.
Bastard. He just like looks away, basically spits out that word.
Don't worry, I'm not mad. You're bound to have a few mistakes if it's like your first time cooking something big. It really is just that you even bothered to do it.
Garen kind of puts his hands on his hips and just sighs. You've made food for me more than once. I figured it was the least I could do, and last night, you always have a bit of, what is the word to describe it? Just out of it. You're not full-on depressed or anything like that, but just a little blue, maybe is the more precise way of describing it.
Don't know if I've ever been described as blue, but...
Well, you were. And it was more noticeable than ever, so... I'm not very good at many things besides killing and fighting and things of the sort, but I know for a fact that when someone tries to do something for me, I deeply appreciate it. So, even if it's shit, you're welcome.
Yeah, that's more or less it. There's another book in there amongst my things. It's a medical diary from Dr. Urich, and it's got some small details on my mother. I only skimmed through it, but you know, should the worst come to worst and I don't come back, I would really appreciate it if you could also see about tracking down a man named Jacques down near the docks and stuff and the piers. I've heard that apparently he's probably my father, and so if I can't make any sense of it because I'm dead, I feel like it would be pretty karmic balance for somebody else to find out.
Garen thinks about that. Jacques. I think the name's come up once or twice when we've been renting boats. I'll look into it.
That might make it easier.
Yes.
He might be a human, I don't know. As far as I'm aware, I'm only half, but,
Garen, looks you up and down. I would wager he is likely human. Just because, ASMR with any other lineage, whether that be an Undine or an Orc or anything of the sort, their traits become far more prominent until molting.
In his head, he's trying to do math of yes, what is the human trait that would happen? Nope, not getting anything.
I mean, he gestures to himself. My father was human as well. And so, he kind of tugs at his ears. No pointy ears, no tusks, no horns, nothing.
You with pointy ears. Well, you wouldn't even be able to tell for the most part. Huh.
He narrows his eyes. What does that mean?
Well, your hair's usually down. We cover them up a bit.
I usually have a helmet on.
Yeah, that too.
In any case, yes, Redpath, I am happy to assist where I can.
Okay. And sorry I gave you a yeah earlier. You're right.
You see a very small smirk. I'm just giving you shit. Andrin talks to me the same way, does not respect authority. But it is to be expected, and do appreciate a more casual approach. Not used to it.
I feel like it's really hard to... How do I even say this? I feel like I have to be so picky-choosy about how I talk to you, and I don't think you deserve that. I think you deserve the same unfiltered Redpath that everybody else gets.
Have I not been getting that?
No.
Gods have mercy on your friends.
Just Gods have mercy on Maze specifically.
Well, I kind of don't really treat them like friends, so, But you said you are, so,
I mean, you've been with them long enough. I think at a point, they probably are.
Yeah, whether I like it or not.
Try to like it. You don't have to, but good God.
I have been trying. I really have.
And don't stress yourself out. That's the last thing you need right now. Right. The classic from me, Redpath. Be safe. I have faith in you. Just come back.
What was with the kebabs? I just gotta know.
Inspiration struck.
And inspiration was...
Kebabs with fruit. That seems self-explanatory.
I guess it's not any deeper than that, okay. Well, you did a good job, I guess.
The door opens. Maze. Be honest. Fruit kebabs. Genius or what?
What little color is in Maze's face drifts away. It's a great idea, Garen.
See? I'm not even going to sense motive that.
Are you all done, Maze?
Yeah, it's as done as it's getting. Ideally, we won't need to use it, though.
Okay, I trust your judgment.
Exact opposite reaction. Give me a bluff check!
I don't believe you!
I need a win today. This is mine. Right.
Alright, I guess we're gonna be off then.
Right. You all have fun with your little heist, as it were. I'm going to go do my new responsibilities.
Does he mean
Is that
cleaning the oven out?
kitchen?
He hears that? Gods no. I have other things to do.
Huh.
It was an entire ball, Redpath.
Yeah, no, he did mention that. It's like a... You know, it's the kind of waste that, like, you can't really prepare for, right? Like...
No, it's just... It's just terrible. Those eggs could have been put to good use, and instead they're just turning into charcoal.
Well, charcoal fuels the fire. There's always some use. Reduce, reuse, recycle. You learn that when you grow up on a farm.
Partial one, I suppose. Still sucks.
Was he worse than me in the kitchen? Like, in terms of orders and stuff?
He was definitely worse than you in the kitchen. That's obvious.
You know, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, he's kind of bossy. That's what you'd expect.
Well, I think you guys did a good job.
I'm glad someone does.
All right. You guys head on downstairs and grab your troop. So, 11th hour. You are currently here.
That we are.
What?
It feels like... every time I hear it, it feels like we're just gonna drop the name after we leave Sweetstone. I know we aren't, but it feels like that kind of, like, alias, you
After
know?
you leave Sweetstone, you ain't even there. I guess it's stuck.
Shit!
We screen fades to black. We're back in Sweetstone. Wait, no!
There's one
Well,
more
here
thing
we
need
are
to
at
do.
Sweetstone.
Sweetstone Farming Village in the east of
Can
Goliath.
go. That's the session out, Nash. It'll be fine. I gotta go.
No!
I gotta go back to Sweetstone.
Alrighty. So,
I left a tuber there. I need to pick it.
so, you guys.
We do have another thing we need to do, though. Can
What-
we say we did that off screen, though?
What is the other thing you need to do?
The other thing, the other painting.
The other painting. Oh, we can do that on screen if you want. I'm up for whatever.
I don't imagine we'd get a lot of actual, like, material or anything important out of doing it on screen, though.
Yeah, I don't think so. The only other thing I need to do, that I need to just state for the record, was that before we head off, I want to swing by the alchemist shop and purchase 4 potions of gaseous form.
Ah, all right. Let me look up those prices super duper quick.
Also, give me an idea for how much the painting would be.
I mean, if you're, actually, because if your plan is to use it as a means of escape, you'd be leaving it there technically, so you're not borrowing it. It's a pretty nice piece. It's probably going to be about like 500 gold.
Oh, easy peasy. I'll give
Yeah,
her
I mean,
588, so I'm
you're-
even.
You're an adventurer, so like that's not hard.
Yeah.
But I need to find this potion for gaseous form. Where is this? Gaseous form. They are 750 a pop.
Yep, it's what we gotta do sometimes in the adventuring economy.
750. Well, that's all right. I'll pay for those.
I mean, you can also try to haggle her down. Like, if you want to just give me a raw diplomacy or a praise check.
Ooh, you know, I have an extremely infrequently rolled appraise score. I put 1 rank in it, and I have a massive int bonus. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
no!
So, Flair, you bring up the fact of, like, you've done a lot of work together. You actually helped her develop a brand new super ice bomb, and you're
Plus-
going to test it?
Plus, the PR for that, like how effective that is going to heavily depend on whether or not we're successful. So, you know, this is an investment.
She's like, yeah, all right, then. Tell you what. I'll do 550 a pop. Is that,
All right.
Is that reasonable?
Done and done.
Because these are still pretty expensive to make, you know, so I still want to make a little profit off of them, but,
I
you
get
know.
you. I got you.
Yeah, but no, tell me how it goes. And if you fail, I was never involved.
Absolutely. If you
Perfect.
fail, you are not even the first person to tell us that.
All right, well, stay safe out there.
Thank you. We won't be able to, but hopefully we'll survive.
Don't burn the place down while we're gone.
Wait. Oh, God, smoke. And she runs off.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll eat the expense for those. So let's see, 550. So it'll be 2,200. Luckily, I mean, I have now bought like everything I'm gonna need for a long time. So honestly, I don't mind pissing away some of this money we've suddenly come into.
That's
And,
the power
and
of being a
800,
wizard.
800 gold discount.
Yeah.
Nothing to sneeze at.
Before it falls by the wayside, I did upgrade my con belt, so my HP needs to change.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it should be at
let me-
85 now.
85. Excellent. So
Slightly less likely to get fucking
Yeah,
killed.
I think I changed mine myself because I needed to. I also got a con increase from
Okay.
a belt. So, but I
what is
think I
yours?
got mine covered. It's 118 now.
Yep, I've got it at 118. Yep. And Maze, you should now be 85.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, cool. So, with that all squared away, if I had to guess, you likely go to the docks to meet with Artigan. All right. So, whoop, come back here, Maze. Little stinker. And I'll ping. No need to do a full-on map switch. Yeah, you kind of give Artigan the spiel, and he kind of like chews it over a little bit. He's still got his cup of chili. Right. So,
Extracurricular activities.
oh, it certainly is, and it's certainly one that could get me in trouble. Where,
You could take a different boat if you're not brave enough.
no, it's, you think going after my ego is going to impact this situation?
Not a matter of whether you're brave enough. It's a matter of whether Red Path is cute enough.
It's true.
Handsome fella, but I was about to say, give me a cute check.
I can do a cute check. What is that?
Nico knee.
Give me a charisma check.
Miku Dio.
Oh, this is horrid.
How cute am I feeling today?
+1 for ex-boyfriend. No, just charisma.
-1 for
-1.
ex-boyfriend.
There it is.
Feeling cute today.
Not feeling very cute.
Feeling fat and sassy.
he looks up and down. Red, no one's gonna argue. Handsome fella. Cute, debatable. Kind of like wiggles his hand back and forth. But listen, if I'm gonna drop you guys off, like where would I even be doing that? Because if I put you on the docks, everyone's gonna know that I dropped you off.
I mean, honestly, you could just get us within swimming distance so we can literally just jump off.
All right.
There won't even be a giant monster chasing us this time. It'll be way easier than before.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. You guys can go on the lower part of the boat. Let me get some other customers on top. That way, as we're riding on by, you can pop off, and it looks totally fine that I'm bringing regular customers in.
Are you a smuggler by trade?
No. But,
Okay. Well, you
know,
could really succeed in that line of work, I think, with that kind of mind.
You did let me finish. But I have dabbled more than once.
There it is.
You know. But, hey, I've got a much more legally acceptable work.
Does your ship have secret compartments? Can we be in a secret compartment?
There's cupboards. Like, shrugs.
Yeah, that was good enough, sure.
All
Dia
right.
will
Wait,
opt to cram herself into a cupboard.
No, okay, that won't be relevant. I was gonna say, if we need pickup, would you be willing? But then I remembered we have other ways.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not sticking around.
No,
if
no,
I,
of course not.
Yeah. So, head on down. Let me get, because I know I've got a couple of hoitsy-toitsy rich folks coming on in soon, so.
Are we even gonna need pickup? I feel like if we get out the front
That's what I
doors,
meant.
compass in hand, we can just be like, all right, we won, and they should stop trying to beat us up.
Oh,
That's true.
you get the impression that the rules for this are you have to get out with it.
Okay.
If you're still in the building and you just go, I got
Oh
it.
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, sure. But if we get out like
I was
onto the
touching
island,
home base.
yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay, I thought you meant like you walk out of the vault and goes, guys, I have it. Walk
No,
me
no,
to
no,
the incinerator.
No, I meant walk out the front doors. Like if we get out of
Yes.
the horde, then
Yes,
yeah.
that feels far more reasonable. Yeah. No, it isn't one of those things of like, if you were to walk up to Amaranth while she's at brunch, you go, we found it. She's like, cool, arrest them. No, that's not.
Yeah, die.
Die. Because at that point, you've succeeded. You got out. Yes. Okay. So, I will drag and drop you guys over onto the Horde map. Ding, ding.
Just like, oh, cool. Your eternal reward.
Okay. So, yeah, you see that Artigan has dropped off this hoitsy-toitsy rich family. You're not sure what that's all about, but where do you guys want to be swimming in? So I'll plop you up here.
Yeah. Well, we know our initial point of ingress is the vent, which should be back here somewhere, right? So
Correct.
yeah. I think we're probably just going to look to make landfall and check to make sure the coast is clear and then head on over.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah, give me some perception checks to just kind of survey the area as you're coming on in. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Very good.
Oh, Nash. I shake your hand.
God, I got a 1 and I still got a 20. Like,
Fuck.
damn. But
Yeah.
That
So-
macro is slightly out of date. That should be plus 13. Tut tut.
Oh, here's a crazy one. Because you're swimming so far, I need a swim check.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. That,
Wow.
that would matter, wouldn't it?
The
Yeah.
rarely rolled skill. I have no
yeah.
ranks,
Dropped
but
off
I got...
all my shit.
Maze, Dia does totally fine.
Oof,
Yep.
okay, hang on.
See, I actually do have rank.
Yeah, okay. Pretty good job. Okay. And then Nash is swimming.
roll 20 says rolling dice.
There we go.
Okay. So, Dia and Maze, you are able to get to landfall first. So I will just like, I assume because you're trying to come in from this angle probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nash, you lag a little bit behind. And I bet that's probably why you also have a natural 1 in perception. Like you are trying to doggy paddle as best as you can.
It's hard with the armor. He's the only
Yeah.
one who wears medium armor. So he's like, oh, this is a bit more than I thought it would be.
Oh fuck. Red Path, you're starting to drag behind a fair amount. So we will start with Maze and Dia on shore. Maze, because you get to landfall first. With that, what did you roll? 21? 24?
It should be 26, but doesn't really matter.
Oh, 26. All right. Even better.
It might matter. 25 feels like a DC
You're right, it might
hurdle.
be a break point. Who knows?
Yeah. So the first thing that you spot is all of the butterflies. And they are all hanging out in this back area, just landing with near the rocks and things of the sort. I will say with a 24 as well, you do just barely catch it out of the corner of your eye. Some of the stone actually kind of like raises and then lowers, like almost like a wave. Something's moving through it.
Oh!
That's not ideal.
What do you see, Maze?
Looks like there's probably something alive in the rocks.
Huh. Earth elemental, maybe?
God, I hope not.
Okay. Well, let's wait. How are the boys doing?
Yeah, if you wanted to wait an extended period of time, the other two finally do come up. They are horrendously waterlogged, and I will say, for the next smidgen, you guys will be taking a -2 on any physical activities for a little bit.
Okay.
Because you are waterlogged, you are exhausted from getting here. You're not actually fatigued like this, because that's a terrible status ailment to get now.
Yeah, you just need a minute.
But for a bit, you're gonna be a little rough.
He
Okay.
starts wringing out his hair. Okay.
Nash does the dog. He steps just a little bit away, and then he does the dog.
Well, if it's something moving through the stone, was it just like this pile of rocks, or was it kind of moving through the whole area?
The way you saw it is that it would like go along the way, and then it would just like fade under and disappear entirely. And like the best way to describe it is that as it's like whatever this is, it's reaching the surface, you do see some like crystals poking out of the ground that then sink back in, and there's no damage to the stone whatsoever. It is moving through as though it were water.
Yeah, seems like there's something patrolling.
Could be more obscure, but that's most likely an earth elemental. That's how earth elementals move through solid rock.
Let's see if Redpath. I'm gonna see if he remembers what I think this is. So,
And is Maisel able to spot the vent back here?
Yes, absolutely. Let me reveal that. It is not hard to find. You do notice that there is a pretty large vent, actually. And the thing that really catches your eye is it's not smoke that's coming out of it. There is so much distortion from heat because all of it's funneling out this way. And as you remember, the design purpose is because they don't want all that hot air to build up in one location, because that would be bad and dangerous.
These must be just insane butterflies if they can handle that.
Thermal butterflies.
Yep. That's the thing. You see them and they're actually like sparkling and glowing.
Would I be able to do a knowledge nature check to see if Redpath remembers what I think this is?
Sure. You can also just tell me what you think it is.
I think it's a rock shark.
Okay, I will, yeah, give me a knowledge nature check. Because I wanted to make sure I was on the same page as you.
Yep.
Okay. I will say even with that low of a roll, you're pretty confident it's not the rock shark. Because you're talking about the one that you found in Karstocks, right?
Yeah, because that's what he's thinking. He sees the butterflies. He's like, okay, well, if they commissioned one animal from Karstock, then a rock shark would work here.
Yeah, very fair assumption. You would wager, despite the fact that that shark was made of stone, because it was in the water very specifically, it might be able to move through the stone, but based on the fact that it's like such a bulky creature and it's like just naturally made, it's not like magical in essence, it would probably be like eating through the stone, which would totally disrupt the ecosystem here.
Well, something we could do. We could try to bait it out. This is an island, so I imagine fish flop up on shore every now and then. We could just huck a fish in some direction to see if we can get it to poke out. If it even eats that.
Maybe.
That's a possibility.
Well, before we do anything else, we're going in there. We're going to need to be able to survive that heat. So, Dia's going to go ahead and cast Life Bubble on us. So that'll give us each 5 hours of basically endure extremes of temperature and extremes of pressure and immunity to harmful gases and vapors. Basically, we can breathe freely regardless of conditions, even underwater or in a vacuum. So we should also hopefully be okay about breathing in the hot air. And you can put an icon for that. Honestly, you don't really need to. 5 hours should be so much longer than how long this will take that we'll just have it.
I think one person should have it, so we just don't forget about it.
Okay. I will do some of my buffing now then. I'm just double checking if I need to make it here or when I'm on the other place.
The other place. Hell.
Yeah.
I think...
The other thing I will say with that 24 from earlier, you do know that there are some smaller boats that are kind of patrolling the area. None of them have come near you quite yet. You got very lucky with your timing that the ship is a little further out and maybe even reconvening with the small lighthouse just to the east.
Okay.
Okay. Here's what I'm
gonna pop on, just real quick, I'm gonna pop on Hunter's Blessing. So I'm gonna attune that to fire type outsiders and... Plane of Fire. I'm just assuming it's Plane of Fire.
Sure.
So +2 Sacred on Bluff, Perception, Sense Motive, Survival, and then attack rolls, damage, yada yada yada.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Whenever we do, we should probably do it quickly.
Here's what I suggest. Red Pat, do you have the thing that? Well, actually, I guess if we can breathe in a vacuum, we should be able to just hang out in the bag of holding if we want for now as well. Why don't we pile into? Why don't we have one person be our carrier for now, and they can assume a gaseous form. I suspect this creature will be, given that it's under the earth, it's not going to see us coming either way. It's going to feel us. So if we float through the air and then go straight down the vent, I don't think it will perceive us.
Probably not.
Yeah, if we could just float.
Okay. I think I nominate Maze to be our first bag holder because you're the sneakiest.
That feels sensible. Alright, get in the bag then.
Alright, and on the other side of this should be the entrance to the incinerator, so just play it fucking careful.
I always try to.
Don't jostle us.
You won't feel it even if I do.
Wet dog shake again before hopping in. We all have to get in the fucking bag.
Don't poke your eye out on any guns or torture tools in there.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not. Oh god, what do you even have in there?
I don't know, it's been a while since I checked.
Shit.
Okay. So, you turn into a little gaseous form, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. So that'll last for, it should be 10 minutes, because it's
Cool.
2 minutes per level, it's a 3rd level potion, so it should be caster level 5, yeah.
Cool. Great. Because I'm just, like, looking it over just so I know how it works, so... it can fly at a 10-foot speed.
Yeah, it's not fast.
It is. So, yeah, Maze, as this little gaseous form, you are able to float on by. And once again, you see more of that rock move. Doesn't seem to be responding to you in any capacity.
That's good.
And, yeah, so...
Maze
very slowly.
Yeah, Maze will Scooty Puff Jr. through the vent.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Oh, boy.
The vent is releasing air.
Oh.
You are gas.
If you will.
So the moment you get near it, it doesn't like disperse and kill you, obviously.
That would
But
be
there
really
is
funny.
there is this sudden problem of like, oh,
You go up.
I can't compete with this because I only have a 10-foot movement speed, and this vent is probably a good 20 or 30 feet long. And it's just this non-stop hot air coming out.
Yeah.
See, this is the kind of thing that Dia should have thought about before giving me the potion.
I only just thought about it, honestly.
I, Aram, only just thought about it, but it is a noted downside of gaseous form, so... Yeah. Okay. But that means you're at the side of the building, at least, already. You got across the ground without having to put any pressure there. So, if you can think of a way around this, then great. If not, maybe you can rematerialize just on the side and then unscrew the grate from there.
Yeah, that's about as far as my plan went for it. Nothing in my bag of tricks will let me bypass this without, doing it. So, yeah, I'll rematerialize and try and cling to the wall.
Yep, you latch onto the wall, and there's this moment of like, oh god, I hope that isn't anything. But again, the stone moves at the same pattern of movement and doesn't seem to respond.
Great. I always thought that I worked best under pressure. Swarming with butterflies that are not a threat, but, knows how much of a threat they could be. It's fucking hot, clinging to a wall, only one hand that's real. Let's pick a fucking lock.
Yeah, you actually feel a butterfly land on your nose, and you're like, yeah, this is fine. But you feel like your nose go numb. And it's like, oh no, if I didn't have this vaccine, that would have been the end of this adventure instantly.
Maze tries to put
What do you
that
think
out of
he's
his
doing
head.
up there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that because we don't need to breathe, we can actually just hang out and talk in here. This is cool.
So, you can use disable device, or you can take 10. But if you take 10, you don't have your gaseous form anymore.
we're gonna roll them bones.
All right. All right.
All right. So my disable device is quite good.
I saw that one.
We all did.
Yeah, no. Very quickly, you with your tools are able to unscrew each of the screws, and you pop the vent off. What are you doing with it?
Vent cover in bag? Vent cover in bag. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Ideally,
What is
we
that?
can.
What is he throwing at us? Ah!
Oh,
Got it.
oh my God, that's hot! Whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa, yeah.
Is it still hot? Ah, it's still hot. Maybe now. Ah, it's still hot.
Don't let him touch amalgam!
Yeah, so you're able to pop it in, you throw it into the bag, no warning to your allies.
Of course not.
And I assume the little bolts and screws you just put in your pocket or something, just
Yeah.
because like
Ideally, if we, depending on exactly how we proceed down here, hopefully we can just set it back on top as we go, so that it's not, you know, if a human comes by, they're not like, hey, what the fuck?
Wait a second.
yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you want to go down this vent?
Now that is another question. So I've got
Dang.
I've
We
got
should
my
have invested in some suction cups.
I don't need suction cups.
Squeaky!
I
mean,
Sorry,
Nash
I'm the
has
suction
spider
cup.
climb.
I've got my little hook shot. That should do me just fine in this scenario.
Okay.
Just don't forget, you don't want to put a lot of pressure on any part of the interior. If you do a lot, it'll raise an alarm.
Yeah, Maze thinks about that because he's a professional.
Okay.
I think that was more of just like a thank you for the reminder. I will
Yeah.
do that because Maze is smart.
Okay.
Yeah, so I assume you're like latching the hook up here on the vent, or are you like shooting it down there to like rapidly pull you to the Okay. I don't know. You tell
No,
me.
we're gonna try and repel ourselves down, but not repelling exactly because that would involve kicking the vent a lot.
Right. All right. Perfect. So give me an escape artist check.
Rarely,
Yeah, we're using all the weird checks today.
Rarely roll.
We used swim, appraise, escape artist today.
Yeah.
What next?
Animal handling.
Let's go.
Let's
Animal
go.
handling to befriend the salamanders. Oh, thank God.
Wow. Okay, this was a very high DC.
The die
It's hard
is
to
playing
do.
with my fucking heart with all these near 1s and 3s.
But Maze, you very carefully latch it on very specifically the metal of this vent, not to touch any of the stone. And then as you go down, you do your best to very carefully switch what side of the vent you're putting weight on. And there's a couple of dicey moments where, no, actually you roll a 35. It's perfect. I had to think about that. I was like, I should make this narrative interesting. No, it's perfect. Nothing interesting happens.
Thank God.
You make it down to the bottom of the vent. Now there is still a metal grate here. And you don't need to roll perception to know this. There is a fire giant that is just hanging out there. You notice they take a big yawn and just keep looking up the stairs.
Great.
I'm not even going to have you roll a stealth check because with a 35, my brain is like, you did that so smoothly that there would be no noise whatsoever.
Yeah, they haven't been tipped off.
Okay, and how far down is it again?
This is about 30 feet down.
Okay. When we get down to the bottom, assuming we can start to pop out of the bag, can I use Mage Hand to just slowly raise the lid back up and just set it on top?
Okay. So this vent is big enough for one person to fit quite comfortably in it. So are you like poking your head out of the bag to do this? I just want to like have a visual.
That would kind of
of
have to be what the maneuver is.
I suppose
Yeah.
so. I was imagine Dia kazooieing Maze's banjo backpack to do this real quick. Just
Yeah, I think that could work out. So you're able to poke out real quick and use Mage Hand to very carefully bring the grate back on.
should be good.
All right. And then Maze, you're now at the bottom here. What would you like to do?
What I like to do indeed.
Yeah. it's again that it's now even hotter. This grate, and you can just feel the warmth. It doesn't actually hurt you or anything because you've got life bubble, but there is this thing of like, whoo, shit, man.
I think we gotta get an assist on this one. Maze is gonna duck into the bag.
So you poke your head in the bag. Okay.
What's going on?
And predictably, there's a guard by the door. What should we do?
Well, we don't want to do anything that's gonna tip them off, ideally. Did the incinerator... Can you tell, looking through there, is the incinerator currently up at the top or further down the shaft? Are you able to tell?
I do not have the ability to see through walls.
Okay. All right.
The mask is cool. It's not that cool.
Speaking of, put it on!
Oh, yeah. Right. Branding.
Surprise round RPG.
Surprise round RPG.
11th hour.
Yeah. So you pop your mask on.
Okay. Well...
The best part of this is Maze is like spread out with his arms and legs in the corners of this vent, and then his head's in a bag in the back.
Yeah, not dignified.
Okay.
Very, very difficult. Very impressive. Not cool.
Okay. Now the current of hot air. I assume is it coming just through the vent in here, like it's siphoning directly off from the hallway, or does this vent run further down, deeper into the horde, and that's where it's coming from?
From what you can tell, it goes to here. There is no other path. It is essentially a straight shot down.
Okay.
It looks like it only needs to filter air from here specifically.
Okay. So, here's what I propose. If Maze can unlock the grate from this side and just barely scooch out into the hall, just so that we don't have the problem of the air current blowing you back up, I think that the gaseous form should let you just trace up or along the ceiling around this guard's vision and then through the door there.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, interesting. I'm trying to think, because this isn't like blowing super fast, because the real problem was like...
The gaseous form sucks.
Well, it's just that the distance, it was just not going to work. So I'm trying to think, you automatically succeed on all flight skill checks. Okay, yeah, I'll say that if you turn into a gaseous form now, to like squeeze through the vent and come out, it's dicey for a moment, but you're able to phase into the next room.
Righteous.
And I assume you like plop in like here to immediately get around this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The gaseous form is translucent, so it's not very easy to spot either way.
Okay.
But yeah, you'd want to stay out of their line of sight regardless, even though they seem pretty out of it.
No need to tempt fate.
Yeah, I am not even going to roll a perception check, because my brain space is that if it's transparent, the room is already having the kind of wave effect from the
Oh
heat.
yeah, no, that would
There
disguise
is-
it really well, actually.
There is no way he's going to see that. So, yeah, no problem. Gaseous form is proving to be exceedingly effective, which is great. Okay, so, you scoot along.
And now the next test, is this door completely airtight or not?
Suppose we'll try and find out.
Yeah. So give me a perception check to see if you are able to find if there's like a draft coming through or any of that jazz. Okay. It takes you a little longer than you would have liked to try and track it down, but there is an exceedingly small crack that you are able to squeeze on through if you so choose.
I so choose. I so choose.
All right, I will reveal the next room.
BRB real quick.
Sure thing. And when you say it takes you a little longer than you would like, how many minutes are we into our gaseous form time, would you say?
Let's see here. So it would probably, because of how your movement speed works, getting over there, 15 minutes. So that's like a. I would say at this point, because there was also discussion and figuring out what you want to do, you've probably got about a minute or two left.
Yeah, that's about what I expect.
So you still got a little bit of time, but like time is crunching.
Yep. Well, now I suppose the next question is, so the incinerator is at the top right now, it would appear?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess the next question is it airtight, the carriage against the inside of the shaft? I mean, you would think it couldn't be, or else it wouldn't move because of friction, but yeah, that would be the next question, is whether we can slip past it into the shaft.
This will be another perception check. And you notice that this is very, like, over-detailed, quite frankly. Clearly, wizards and all that jazz. Yeah, so flipping through, an 18. I would say you are able to find it, but because of how large it is to, like, go around this thing, you have basically less than a minute. You are really close on time, but you are able to find a gap to squeeze through.
All right.
Because it looks like when it comes up, the elevator actually, or the incinerator, my apologies, actually rises up a couple feet and then brings steel plates down. So there's extra precautions placed on this thing for any clever little rascals.
Like a little so-and-sos.
Yeah, but you are able to find one in one of the corners where the metal isn't perfectly sealed. It's a tight squeeze even as a gaseous form, and you are able to push on through. So what I will do then is I will remove this. So
The void.
looking down this hole, you can see a good probably 80 feet. There is this vibrant glowing red, and you can just feel the heat coming from this, even as a gaseous form. How would you like to proceed? You are running out of time for gaseous form.
Yeah, no, Maze can't be the one to handle this one.
If we,
Yeah, here,
okay.
I'll move you guys over here so that you're all together.
It might be
at least.
time to tag out for Nash. If Nash switches to be our carrier now, you can just walk down the side of this thing.
I mean, you're gonna have to be a cloud to get in there anyway. But yeah.
Just real quick, am I remembering wrong that it said if anybody without the, I don't know, sacred blood or something steps in here, then it's kaput?
That's a very fair point. Looking at the details again, it's very specifically to activate the incinerator.
Ah, okay.
And if it detects, let me double check. Because I don't want to fuck you on this. Let me double check my own rules on this thing. Proper identification is not provided. If someone is able to discern without
My read was that they have like a kill switch to seal off the shaft if someone gets in there, but that it's manually activated.
Correct. Yes. Reading it again, it is manual because there is an automatic thing, but that's very specifically if you do not present the right credentials to descend.
And you try to make it, and you try to use the actual incinerator. So I think we're okay.
All right, Nash, tag in.
Okay.
If you can squingle in there, Maze, Nash can hop out of the bag, Sticky on the side, and then you can hop in.
That's a dicey fucking maneuver. I don't feel like I have time to, since we had to confer any amount at all. I think we just gotta use another potion.
That's fine.
Okay. So, are you drinking another potion, Maze, or
No.
No, I think I'm tagging in, and I drink potion to get through the crack. So.
Oh, yeah. In that case, if we're gonna take just a second to swap out, now it's looking at that heat down there. I think now would be an appropriate time to go ahead and use my first resist energy communal, and give us 20 minutes apiece of DR or of resist 20 damage against fire.
Okay. Cool. So everyone's got your resist fire now. Very, very helpful. And so now Nash is our boy on the scene.
Nash is the pilot.
Nash is our pilot. So you gaseous form because Maze is able to show you. Because thankfully, it doesn't seem like they've added security specifically for like people bumbling around in here because they're like, well, people are gonna walk around in here. We can't really do much about that.
Right.
So Nash is now in this massive void. And do you release gaseous form and then walk on down? Is that?
Yeah, because using gaseous form, the uplift of the wind and
Correct.
also just it being a 10-foot
Plus-
speed, it would be much faster.
Yeah, on the off chance someone comes and actually uses the elevator, we don't want to spend longer in the shaft than we need to.
No,
Okay.
no, not at all.
Cool. And then, so if that is the case, well done, folks. You are able to descend into the horde of House Hairsif.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Yeah.
We're flying off the seat of our pants here.
The
We're just doing
heist,
it. We're just going.
the heist of the horde of the House of the Hairsif.
Oh my god.
So for you, Nash, I will describe this. You walk down the side of the wall, and can you give me a perception check?
Sure thing, boss.
Anytime, boss.
Sure thing, boss. Got it, boss.
Oh my god, you
Nash.
do got it.
As you're going down further and further, you notice that your boots are sticking a little more than they probably should. And then it clicks with you that this heated substance that's like every once in a while dripping onto the side of your neck, it's not like water that comes from like just so much steam or even lava or anything of the sort. No. This is saliva.
Ew.
Oh my god, I knew it!
And with a 20-40, the incinerator is actually an unconscious chain of fire worm from the plane of fire. So,
A worm?
so, after descending 80 feet, you reach what is a portal to the plane of fire. And you pass through
okay,
it.
there we are.
I will ping, because it's the big map.
Oh, we
and
in
so-
the worm!
Yeah. And so, you are able to step through, and you realize the moment you step through, it's no longer that squishy substance, it's stone. And looking down, how far does your dark vision go?
Let me check real quick. 60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. So you're able to see down 60 feet, then nothing, and then the vibrant orange of what looks to be magma at the bottom. This descends for another 140 feet or so. And so with your boots, you are able to hug the wall. Now, we come to a problem. You realize that when you get to the bottom of this vent, not vent, but like I guess it is a vent, down here, I guess it's shaft, you realize that it immediately then opens up into this very large room. So looking at that, you are now about 40 feet up right now. And looking in, because you rolled a 40, I have revealed that there are 2 salamander guards waiting by the northern door.
Yeah, Nash real quick pokes his head into the bag, and it's like, 2 lizard guards and big drop into lava. What should do?
Our salamander friends. Okay, and there's only the one door that you can see.
Yes.
Okay. Let me think out of character. Well, let's see.
I'm also looking through my stuff, but anything I have that could solve the problem is not stealthy. So
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
could potentially fly us down there, but I don't know about opening the door clandestinely.
What's the so we're coming down this big shaft, so presumably there's a big hole cut in the ceiling of this place. How high is the ceiling otherwise? Like, is it cramped and the salamanders are nearly scraping their heads against the ceiling, or is this more like cavernous?
So kind of the way it works out is, think of it almost like, the best way I can describe it is like a funnel. So you guys are in the actual like little tube thing, and then it immediately opens up to be 40 feet up.
Okay. And so
like this actually. It's a good little doodle.
And so I guess what I'm really asking is how much clearance is there above the salamanders after we enter the main part of the room? Because Nash could potentially go along the ceiling with the spider climb, but I don't know how close that moves him to them.
It is 40 feet. It is...
Okay.
So, like, basically...
and if the salamanders, they're medium by the looks of it, so they are presumably no taller than a human-ish?
Yeah, they are medium-sized creatures.
Okay.
They are not these, like, massive entities. Yeah. So, to maybe help with your visual again, with a different color than red. Hold on.
And is the doorway also 40 feet high, or is it like, the actual opening is just a hallway that's standard height, like 10 feet or whatever?
The doorway then drops to being about, like, 15 feet or so up, because it's got to accommodate giants.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true, Okay, so basically, up to about this point, Nash could literally be like 35 feet in the air above these guys.
Correct.
But to get down into here, you'd be at most like 10-ish feet above them.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's when you've got your... So, like, right now, unless they look up, they're not going to notice you.
Yeah.
And with a 40, that's why because a natural 20, I'm just going to say their perception is not great, because they're not assuming someone's going to walk down the elevator shaft.
Makes perfect sense. Okay. Well, there's one other piece of information we could really use right now, which is whether there are that invisibility alarm that Amaranth agreed to set up at Karstock's place, whether they have something like that in effect. Because it would certainly be easier to get past these guys invisibly, but not if it's going to set off a secret alarm that will bring the whole place down on us.
I mean, the gaseous form has worked so far.
This is true. We stocked up for a reason.
Yeah. I will warn, now that you're down here, you can actually feel a breeze, just because it's the air current coming through.
Yeah. So it'd be potentially a little tricky, but it's a fallback. I didn't go all in on preparing invisibility spells because I was concerned about something like that, but let's take a gander. Can Dia poke a head out and do a little detect magic? See what auras we've got going on down here. Let's see. I'll roll a spell.
If you want me to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, we could. If Nash could like circle around a little closer to the door, just in case stuff starts in that area.
Also, would love to be not right above the lava, just in case something happens.
Yeah, better to be directly overhead of these guys so that they're even less likely to spot us.
Yeah. So I'll just describe these guys really quick. So as you're getting closer, you see that these guys are about 5'10". They're actually not like super tall creatures, but they're very lanky and have these long spindly arms, and they kind of like remain hunched over and have these long flaming tails, and they are constantly emitting smoke, and actually to the point where you have to like be careful not to cough on it, as they just keep on also dribbling a bit of magma from their mouth. For 37, that is your spellcraft check?
Yes.
There is absolutely a shitload of abjuration just sprinkled in the area immediately. And with a 37, you can confirm that at least one of them is an invisibility alarm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
if she could just do that just on the fly for a, cell that she was asked at the last minute, it's gotta be down here.
Is there anything on the door specifically that I can see?
Looking at the door, you see again the massive Hersif logo of the flaming hummingbird. and it is basically vibrant orange from heat.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And there appears to be a keyhole in some capacity. Kind of tilting your head, you do spot a mechanic where you might place your hand on it.
Oh, okay.
But there's one for a human-sized hand and one for a giant.
Okay. Well, we have a couple options. Yeah, we can try and slip through with gaseous form. Invisibility's out for now, it looks like. We can wait for someone to come and open the door and try and slip through along the ceiling when they do. But that's a bit risky.
It's also a bit optimistic.
Yes.
You also need to consider how many minutes Nash has for wall spider climb.
Yeah,
Oh, are those not just all the
not
time?
all
No.
the time.
Oh,
No.
I didn't know that. How many do you get?
10 minutes. But I
Okay.
think Nash has improved movement speed, and he
Yeah.
wasn't just like
That's
casually
true, yeah.
walking down. So I figure we've still got
Yeah,
a
we have
decent
some
amount of
time,
time left
not a
right
ton.
now, but not enough time to wait for someone to
Yep,
open
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Also,
you've
if
still got at
anybody's
least-
coming down, it's gonna be someone we don't want to see.
Oh yeah. This is true, yes.
I think it's only going to get, practically speaking, harder and harder to make use of the gaseous form potions when we get further and further down and the heat and the updraft is more of an issue.
So you think use them early?
I think so.
Okay. If we start from just above the doorway, near the edge of the room, we shouldn't have as much of a problem because the door should be blocking air currents coming down the hallway.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I guess let's go for that then. You want to continue piloting, Nash?
Sure, because otherwise, someone drop.
Yeah,
And
well, yeah, I
let
suppose
me
at least
know.
until the next room. Good luck.
All right. Feel free to start moving yourself. I'm just going to reveal the next area.
Yeah.
May's just like floating around the bag of holding. I thought I sold that.
What is it?
It's a crossbow. God knows where I found it.
You got any javelins in here? For old time's sake?
No, those are still on my person.
All right. So Nash, you are able to once again find a spot, just because of how large these doors are, they can't make it perfect.
They can't.
And the other big thing is you think just the heat is like warping the metal. It's still a hardy door, but you're able to get further into the horde.
Don't like that.
Yeah, you are immediately visited by what must be what Hunch was describing as a dock that leads out into the magma, and then there's a big magma fall that is just constantly pouring out this liquid, and then it seems to bend around the corner and go east.
Now, did he mention, if I'm remembering correctly, this is as far as he got, right?
Correct. He basically got to the end of the dock just to see what was around the bend, and then he realized he was way in over his head and had to essentially hide to get a way out.
Yeah, no kidding. Normal fucking thief man gets here, like, Jesus.
Right?
It's like, yeah, I'm
Normal
out.
thief man went down the hole of an interdimensional worm.
It's a miracle
God
that he
rest
died
in
later.
fucking pieces.
It's
Oh,
a
he didn't
miracle.
know.
He lived
No, he
to
didn't
have his
know.
head exploded.
No, but it's insane that he didn't know and still managed it.
Well, see, guys, it turns out it wasn't actually a psionic spell that killed him. That's just an after effect of entering the Horde of House Harrison.
yeah.
Everybody has an inherent timer on their head exploding once they leave.
The strongest abjuration. Well, the good news is, I think we should try and get as far as we can using the rest of Nash's spider climb, because we're now rather more limited on mobility options. Unless
does the ceiling on this open back up, or is it still more constrained?
The ceiling is now far more cavernous, and it's much lower to the ground at this point. Some of it jumps back up because it's a cavern, but then they have these natural walls that have been built. So I would say once you get in here, it does open up a bit more. It's about 30 feet up. Some parts jump up to 40, some actually jump up to 50, but a large portion of it is about 30 feet up.
Okay. And as far as we know, we're aware that the horde connects into various, like, into circuits of lava, right? And so presumably this is just streaming from, like, a natural underground magma chamber. Would that
Most
be?
likely.
Oh, okay.
It seems, I mean, you could also do a knowledge nature to, like, kind of guesstimate. And also, now that Nash has probably told you, it's a worm! It's a giant worm! And if you understand that reference, bless you.
Do we have any reason to think that this is a giant worm, or just the elevator shaft?
I think it's just...
If you
Will
give
said
me,
we've landed on stone again, so...
Yeah, and I will say that you read about this, Dia.
Yeah.
And the way that the chain of fire works is that when it consumes something and it wants to keep it, not just burn it alive, it is warped back to its lair. So,
okay.
if you had to guess, this is what was originally going to be its cavern or its home, but the Harrison family has manipulated it to become a huge bank.
Let's not dissect that
Insane.
too much.
Yeah, don't worry
Hey,
about it.
this
Too much
was
to unpack.
Brianny's faults. Amaranth had no involvement, just working with what she's been given.
Like, well, I can't uninstall the worm that has the bank in it.
How do I explain that to the people?
Yeah, I mean, I can gaseous form up to the ceiling and then spider climb again, but I'm going to be running out of spider climb soon, and by the time I run out of spider climb, I'm probably going to be above the lava.
So what we can do is we can swapsies out with Red Path when that happens, because he can fly us.
Oh, so you'll, like, cast fly before?
Yeah, and then he'll just hop out and grab the edge of the bag, and then just woo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Okay. Why don't we do that now and say how many minutes of spider climb would you say we have left after going down the shaft and in here?
Also moving extremely cautiously. I'm not gonna have you do a stealth check to get past these two, just because you rolled a natural 20 and I want to reward that for getting through. But I would say you probably moved very cautiously. I think you've only got a couple minutes, just because you're trying to move at a snail's pace, not to draw attention to these guys, because you're not invisible right now.
Yep.
Because like now that you're in this chamber, especially, gaseous form is gonna be.
Yeah, we'll just get blown all over the place.
Yeah.
Why don't we swap out while Nash still has a couple minutes left, so that if we end up in a situation where Nash specifically needs to be able to do that, we're not just totally tapped
I'll
out.
still have like 4 minutes of it left, yeah,
Okay.
So we can swap out like on the ceiling above the dock so that hopefully they won't
Yeah, like at the very
see.
edge, honestly.
You know what, we can, if you want to fly, that's fine. We can also swap to me, and I can polymorph into something that can climb.
How many
go on
polymorphs
the
do you have?
I have various ones prepared. I've got an elemental one, I've got a beast one, so I could turn into, like, a tiny insect or something and crawl.
Yeah,
or,
You won't use multiple up if you use one?
No. No, it's just, this would be the time to use the ability to turn into a small critter, I figure.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do that next. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast, let's see. Oh, it's actually a monstrous physique. Let me just double check what my, like, tiny monstrous physique forms are. If we don't have an icon, that's fine. I do this way less often than turning into big stuff to hit things in combat.
Turns into Chicken Dia, forgets chickens can't fly.
I'm gonna say something really quick. So, entering this room, if you did not have your protections on, every round you would be taking 3d6 fire damage. So it's a good thing you have things on.
Exactly
We love
20.
Bubble.
Oh. Whew. Okay.
Yeah, no. Even with all of this, you're like, fuck, dude,
God, it's
this sucks.
So fucking hot. God damn.
Oh, it's a dry heat.
I will also say, Dia, because you rolled so high on a spellcraft check, you realize because you're on the plane of fire, all fire spells are more powerful here.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know if you would use them, but
Well, because everything on the plane of fire has fire resistance too.
exactly,
So.
exactly.
I didn't prepare any, but I'll keep that in mind in case I have occasion to use a bonded object spell. Like if it's like, valiant warrior, heat the gong and pass. Like, there's some, stupid fucking shit like that.
I have a quick question. How much of how much of the bag has been open while we've been like scooting around up in the ceiling? Has it just been like closed the whole time and Nash only opens it when he needs to?
That's what I've been going on the assumption of.
You don't want shit falling out or anything. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do, Dia's going to turn into a tiny little mole and just scamper along the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, so as a little mole, yeah, you are scampering along the ceiling. Can you give me a perception check?
I can try.
Sure, but just real quick, I know we have a mole icon.
You have a +2 on that.
Oh, we do have a mole. You're so right. Do you want a bow?
You know she
yes.
does.
Yes.
All right. This is
We
Dia
do
right
have
now.
a mole icon. Let's go.
Controlled by. It's just easier. All players.
Yes. You don't even have to get rid of my human icon. I'll
I'm
just
just
be
keeping it
this
there.
for now, and then we can bring those back when we need them. Yeah. So here's my perception. It's not gonna be good. Well, all right. It's not completely ass. And then I'm sorry. Oh yeah, +2. Okay, so 15.
Oh, from the thingy. So yeah, evens.
Okay. Dia, as you are skittering across the ceiling, you once again notice a stalagmite, stalactite, kind of wiggle downward and then go back up, similar to the earth up above.
I see. Okay. I think I'll take a second and I'll stop moving and keep an eye on that to see if I can kind of see what the quote-unquote patrol route appears to be.
Sure. I guess to study a patrol route, that would be I guess sense motive would be the closest thing. I guess.
I think it would just be perception to try and
perception. I guess
perception or survival, but like they're both crap.
They're the same. They're all my joke skills.
Yeah.
All right, no.
Man, you have no idea. It might as well be random.
Okay. Then the best I can do, I think, is avoid that general area and proceed cautiously, trying to basically, you know how if you're like trying to move without creating a lot of noise or vibration, you kind of do like heel down and then lower to toe and so on, doing the equivalent of that but with my little mole claws.
Okay.
Shall I go ahead and make a stealth check?
Yes, actually. And I'm just looking up some details.
Do you get a bonus for being a little mole?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
It has increased my dexterity and also given me a size bonus. Okay, so let's see. So this is just my base check, and then add 2 more for dex, 2 more for size, and then +2 from the thing. I guess 31.
31. All right. I'm going to roll the creatures.
The creature.
The creature. Oh. The creature.
Okay. So
The creature spotted a mole.
Dia, you stop moving as you notice something poke out of the ceiling.
Ooh.
You see it's very clearly an earth elemental. And it is moving towards you. Is there anything you would like to try and do? Because you realize these things have tremor sense.
Yeah. let's see. I think so. They have tremor sense, and they also have actual sight as well, right?
They do.
Okay, I think what Dia's gonna do is she's gonna stop at her advance, her crawl, and she is going to, as she sees this thing start to approach, she's going to quietly incant a silent image and create an illusion of just some rock outcropping that covers her form along the wall, and then she is going to completely stop moving.
Okay. That's gonna be like a little will slave, a little will save.
A little will wave. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, let me give that a roll then. Ooh, that's like in the middle ground.
Yeah. The DC. Oh, God bless the fact that I got my int buff. The DC is 20.
Oh my god.
Oh man. So
Oh, man.
it moves up, and you see its hand kind of like shift out of the stone. And you notice that like its body is basically vibrant orange, and its crystals seem to be affected by the heat. It reaches out, and you can feel the warmth from it, and it stops as its eyes kind of narrow. And then it very slowly shifts back into the stone.
Okay.
I don't think Mole was the right choice.
Okay. I think we're gonna try, yeah, with that experience having occurred, I think we're gonna use multimorph and change forms, because yes, clearly the walls, not the best option. We'll try our luck with the thermals. She's going to turn into a tiny little bat instead.
Yeah, Batia!
Do I have a bat? Let me see if I've got a bat. Roll 20. Oh, yeah, that'll do.
What is this track from again?
This is from Darksiders 2.
Rad.
I'm also just gonna shrink this a bit there.
Form of.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so without causing much trouble, you just let go, and then as you're free falling, turn into a bat.
Yep.
Whoa, did we just fall?
All right, I'm gonna have these little salamanders make a perception check, just because there's some new movement in the flapping of wings.
Yep.
Let's see, where's your perception? Okay. Roll d20 plus. Oopsies, nope, not that much.
I stop rolling like that. It's a good thing my stealth was 31 from before. Jesus.
Yeah. So you swoop on down, and both of them like stop and look in that direction. I will say they do not catch you, because you're able to like find another stalactite and latch onto it. But you also know, and you realize I have to leave now. Otherwise, because you again feel that the earth moving again as something is quickly approaching.
Yeah, we're back and forthing. We go a little. Oh, salamanders! Stop! Earth elemental! Salamander!
Oh my god.
And it's a good thing you have this energy resistance, because every time you latch onto the stone, you can feel your body burning.
Ooh.
So,
yeesh.
Yeah. You do notice that there's also this big lever here.
That'll be funny to pull without knowing what it does when shit's already hitting the fan.
Keep that in mind, everyone. Lever.
It's a special
That's a
tool that will help us.
secret.
Yeah.
I will reveal more.
They have levers.
Oh my god.
Begone the lever wars have.
So, looking down the way, this must be what Dooley Dude, nice fella, he was talking about it. Hunch, thank you. Was talking about, where there are these two side things, and then there are two massive obsidian gates. You do notice that as you start going down this way, the ceiling plummets down to about 15 feet or so in height.
Okay.
Like, it's not great. Even giants are like having to duck a little bit to get through here.
Now, what's the situation with these? Are these just platforms? Are they like towers?
They are platforms that are kept pretty dang low to the magma, like just above the surface. And you notice that even as the magma is flowing, every once in a while it kind of like laps up and spills onto the stone. Like this is just above the level.
Okay. Oof. Yeah, flying through here. It's like the fucking Cave of Wonders escape level in Aladdin. All right. It's a reference for everyone.
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Hold on. Which version?
SNES.
All right.
That's the only one I played. No, yeah, there's a SNES one and there's a Genesis one, and they are completely different and unrelated games. Okay. Well, it looks like we got ourselves a need the levers to open the gates situation here.
And they are looking unfortunately guarded.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Also, you're right, Will, this map's fucking big.
Yes.
This is a good tile set. I'm about it.
Looks really
This is
nice.
the map that shit its pants on me.
Oh no!
This is the one that exploded, and I was like, I have 30 minutes before the game. Not this week. Thank God it was 2 weeks ago. But like, I was like, holy fuck, no.
No, not like this.
Not like this.
I'll open the floor to suggestions from anyone.
On the positive side, gliding is easy because you just always
Yeah,
have an
it's
updraft.
all thermals all the time, baby.
Yeah.
So
Are these solid obsidian gates? Can you describe them to us?
These are, like, from what you can tell, they are solid obsidian. If you want, you can give me a perception check. I will even allow a craft check if you want to try and or engineering would also be allowed for this. It's like studying the mechanisms of this.
Okay.
I think the main question is just like whether or not it's a portcullis, which it doesn't sound like it is.
+2 on this.
Okay.
That's my engine nerdling.
Okay.
Dia's jostling the bag too much. She's trying to poke out like, huh?
Yeah. So examining these look like they are raised. They have to be lifted up, and in case of an emergency, they will just drop down immediately. And they look like they are at least 1,000 pounds.
Okay.
But
now,
they're up right now.
They are, yeah, well, so I should clarify. These are down, like you can't pass through casually.
when they are in their down position, do they also run all the way up to the ceiling and into some kind of slot?
Correct.
Okay.
And from what you can tell, it's a very snug fit.
Yeah. Okay. And these levers here, are these an accurate representation of it's just a lever you throw, as opposed to a, like, oh, you have to, like, you have to manually turn this with 1,000 pounds of force to raise the gate?
From here, what you can tell, yeah, I mean, it looks like a lever. It's kind of hard to guesstimate from this distance and not directly engaging with the object.
Yeah.
Just because you're flying around here, I'm gonna have our friends here start taking a look around.
Perceptino.
Nope.
Oh, thank God, I caught a break for once.
Yeah, no, they are. You notice that they're actually having a pretty casual conversation of like, where do you wanna go eat later? The only place that fits us, man. We're going to Hoagie's. What do you think? All right, I just thought we'd change it up.
They should get to go.
We should go right now, actually. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, okay. Then okay. Let's see. I'm looking at my spells. I may be able to come up with something, but I'll ask, I guess. Yeah, if anyone has anything. It doesn't look.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kill them with our ice breath.
Oh, what was that one for?
Their perception.
Right on.
Yeah, so Dia's totally safe.
For now.
For now.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking.
So,
Yeah.
this is a stupid thing, but in the event that we need to move one of them at least, I can put it up to at least 5,000 or 500 pounds and not 1,000.
Yeah, I'll just step in the lava and get to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry.
You're cracking. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I can lighten
do
it.
we-
Alternatively, I can use one cast of stone shape to malform it, though I do seem to remember there's something about the Horde where if any of the walls or anything are tampered with spells, they go boom. I think.
It's not that they go boom, but people are alerted.
Going boom
She's
would be
not
I
moving.
love
convenient.
alerting people in this
You
place.
also-
I love it.
Also with the knowledge that there are just casually earth elementals in the walls,
Yeah.
probably a safe assumption that if a wall gets tampered with, they will be on you like flies on shit.
Yeah.
So,
I'm on him like stink on a monkey. Okay. Then... I have a couple silly ideas. I guess I should ask, did you end up preparing a silence?
Me. Let's double check. I prepared silent table.
Okay, so we can make us silent, but not other things.
5-foot diameter emanation centered on an object or a point in space. Well, if we go near at least one of them, we can make them silent. But if they move out of it, yeah.
Yeah, but we need to open both, and they're further than 5 feet apart. Also, we could. Okay. Does anyone have, out of curiosity, does anyone have like, you know, yield sleep spell or anything for these guards?
I have drugs.
We do have drugs. Oh, Susu shrooms?
I don't have shoo-shoo shrooms, but I have a sleeping agent that I either got from Bella or the other one. I don't remember which.
We do have those mystery vials.
This does sound like the ideal time to try a random effect and hope to get sleep.
Yeah, no. I seem to recall we were instructed to not randomly murder the people that are down here, so, you know, rolling the
it'll be
bones sounds like a good call.
fine. That's fine.
You know, I'm gonna take the idea that a powerful sleeping agent is probably just a regular sleeping agent on a fire.
It's a
giant.
fire giant, yeah, in terms of size and such.
yeah.
So there's that route. I have a silly illusion-based idea that I don't think would successfully not alert people. I
don't know if this is the time for chicanery. I think we just need to do it, you know?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, guys?
It's hard, Will.
Well, we're not the one driving right now, so...
Yeah.
We could always try a mechanic that Jay's done in some games, which is good thing happens now, bad thing happens later.
I don't know if we want to start off with that.
See, I'm looking through my own inventory. I've got a glass peanut. I got an ectoplasm gusher.
Do you think me spawning a boar would help the situation?
It might! Summon a boar instantly killed by the lava.
Bro, did you see that? No, I rolled a 1.
Man.
Is that a fucking boar? Is that a fucking boar? We have to help him.
Oh
And
man,
as-
I really got
and-
nothing.
And the gates go all the way down into the lava and down to the rock, as far as we know, right?
From what you can tell, it's hard to say because I mean it's magma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might just have to solve this problem with good old-fashioned violence.
I can play. I mean, obviously, I wanted to hold on to this card for as long as possible, but I can play my Earth Elemental Lava Immersion card.
I mean, that
'Cause
seems
that-
relevant.
I'd be able to Earth Glide through the lava and also the obsidian because it's stone.
Yeah, you could get us through there.
And we do need to do that.
All right. Well, since we've been thinking about it for a bit and haven't come up with anything else, so I guess that's the route I'm gonna go. Oh boy.
Now the cards we play.
Friendly reminder, magma does a shitload of damage.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I know. Don't worry.
Yep, so
Okay.
as a bat, you fly towards these guys, don't notice anything because they rolled a natural 1.
Yeah. So, Dia's gonna come to rest on, and just gently cling to the side of this gate here. Now,
Okay.
oh boy. I don't know that I have... Oh, man. I wish I had cast Protection from Energy as well as Resist, because that's what I need to not get fucking incinerated here. I guess... And I can't cast spells as a bat because I don't have hands. Oh boy. Yeah, I think this is gonna have to be... Oh, that's funny. Okay. Alright. I think Dia's gonna get here. Is the gate completely smooth? Is there any way to hold on to it without being, you know, an animal or something?
I would say that looking at it, it is smooth for the most part, but once again, there is that beautiful Hairsif insignia. So there's probably like something you can. It's
Grab
a
onto
little,
the beak.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a little slippery because it's not designed to be gripped onto.
Yeah.
But like you're able to get a pretty okay foothold.
Here's the plan. Dia's gonna land there as a bat. I'm gonna cancel my beast shape and reassume human form and hold on for dear life to this fucking beak or whatever. And then with my free hand that's not clinging, I'm going to cast Protection from Energy. Fire. So that's gonna give me...
You sure you don't want to do ice?
Well, you make I mean, for those ice bombs, man.
It's like a decent amount of splash. You know?
That's a good amount of damage on that. That's a lot of damage.
Mm.
Okay, let me mark that off. Okay, so Protection from Energy. This is going to absorb 12 points per caster level to a maximum of 120 at 10th level. So that'll give me 120 points of absorption of fire damage.
And you'll need every drop.
And I will need it. And then when that is complete, going to cast Elemental Body 2, and I'm gonna initially take the form of an air elemental, disperse around this because I'm in the air. I don't want to drop like a fucking stone and with a big splash.
Right.
Oh, that's water. Just turn into steam, die immediately.
Right on.
Breath of the Wild death music. Wasted.
Yeah. Disperse into an air elemental. Gonna float down to just above the surface of the lava. And then multimorph. I will shift my form into an earth elemental. And using my earth glide, I will sink flawlessly into the lava and through this obsidian door and begin taking 20d6 fire damage per round from immersion in lava.
You sure do. Okay.
This is a pretty good plan, though. They're probably not warded against Earth Glide because they can't be.
No, because there's earth elementals. But of course, it's still movement, which
Yeah.
earth elementals might trace. So, the first round of damage is 50. Wow, you look at all those ones! Are you
Yeah, no,
kidding?
that sounds high. That sounds high,
Wow.
but the average damage on this is 70.
You got
Ouch,
so
she ooged
lucky!
my bones!
Are you
Yeah,
fucking
she can
kidding?
just feel her body like bubbling and wanting to start dispersing into magma itself. And then yeah, let's see what is my speed with Earth Glide?
Oh god, I hope that was the sort of thing you were familiar with before enacting this plan.
Don't worry, it'll be fine. I think it's Dia? I think it's reasonably fast. Yeah. Yeah, it just uses my normal speed, so it'll use the burrow speed, presumably. Yeah. And that's 20 feet per move, so I can go 40 feet per round. So yeah, and I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's as far as I can move before I take damage again.
Let me reveal more of this for you, so you see that there's all this. And then you see the end of the path.
Oh,
This
all the
map's
way
so
up there,
fucking
huh?
big.
It's the Horde of House Hersif, and it was made from a worm's lair. It's gonna be big. Yep, so Dia, you poke your head out of the magma and see the distance, and are just like, oh, fuck.
Go,
Go, Dia, go!
So, I will do the next round of magma damage.
Yep.
Maybe you'll get lucky again.
Nope. Well,
Nope,
actually, still below average. Hey, okay, I got 1 point left on my protection from energy, baby.
All right. Like,
Make
you know,
move.
all
Okay.
things considered, not too shabby.
Hey, that spot's
Okay.
not immersed in lava.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. How high up is this?
It's very similar to the ones back there, where it's like just barely over the lip of lava.
Okay. So she's just going to earth glide up and through to be on the ledge here, and then be standing. Oh, okay. And then she'll poke Earth Elemental head into bag. Hey,
Ugh. Are you okay? Do you need?
Wipe
Yeah,
out the
you
magma,
fucking-
for fuck's sake.
yeah, no, body is just glowing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. So we've got a little. We're standing on. I think these might be entrances to vaults now.
Yeah,
There's
you look at it and there's a little plate that describes it as Vault A.
Motherfuckers couldn't put names on these.
No.
All right.
Red Path,
Calculating?
Yeah.
No, it's not good enough. I need more.
do you more? Red Path, do you have a locate spell by any chance?
I certainly do. Yes.
Now would be a good time so Dia doesn't have to keep taking lava baths.
Yes, correct. Okay.
He will cast locate object on what we assume the compass looks like based on the drawing from our lovely man Brutus.
Provided we were not
okay.
lied to.
It doesn't tell you like the exact distance. It just
No.
more specifically. Okay, so he
It
wasn't bullshitting.
gives us a Skyrim directional marker, I
Yes.
believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So Brutus wasn't bullshitting you. It works.
That's
you are
nice.
able to detect where it is, and you feel it coming from that angle, and
Okay.
pretty far. You still feel like it's pretty far.
Okay. Well, if I were to guess, then I'd say this big long thoroughfare is gonna curve back around into a spiral. Actually. So I think it's quite a ways away. I'm gonna
Okay.
wait till we're at least closer to the center to do any sort of dungeon site divinations, because I don't want to waste
makes
our time
sense.
with that.
Well, we don't want to go around opening a bunch of random vaults hoping to find it. So if you're convinced it's still further away, then it's probably not in this one.
I wouldn't say they'd put it here.
Can you all give me a perception check?
+2.
I'll try. Good.
Oh dear.
All right. I assume that 20 is Maze.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Nash's BRB.
Nash is not.
Nash's BRB. His is like a 20, I think.
Yeah,
right?
this is a 20.
Yeah.
I'll just roll that really quick. 20. Okay.
Yeah, Will GM rolls.
Here you go. So Nash is able to point it out. To the north, you see something moving through the magma.
Oh joy.
Oh, joyous day.
It is a huge fire elemental that just is going down the way, and then it like fades down back into the magma.
I see. No more swimming for us then.
You don't know where it is. It could very well be further out by now. It could also lose its senses while it's in the magma. It just seems to pop up occasionally and then dissipate.
I wasn't sure if I could move through magma as a fire elemental. That would be a way better plan. Though it wouldn't have gotten us through the obsidian anyway, I suppose. Alright. Well, we can switch to your flight if you want, Redpath. Alternatively, I can make use of the rest of this thumpstone chest.
So,
maybe...
I think... Are you able to turn back into that after we've swapped out?
I mean, I can just stay this way in the bag. The only limiting factor is this this polymorph will only last for another 10 minutes or so.
Okay, yeah, that's easy. Okay, so I can basically fly us around the bend here, hoping to see as much as I can, and then if I find something that we'll need Earthglide for again, I'll pull you out.
Okay. Do you have a way to not be spotted flying around like just a flying man?
Oh boy, let's see, let's think.
Flying chef? Monty Python's flying chef.
Let me see.
Conventional
Not unless
invisibility.
it's gaseous
won't do
form.
it. I mean, I don't know how practical gaseous form is at this point.
No, he would just have to be some form of, obviously invisibility won't work, but, I'm not seeing anything here that I can do that with.
Oh, I can do something for you, maybe. I can use a more powerful illusion, persistent image, that I don't have to concentrate on, so I can put something that can move with you and will still work while I'm in the bag, if that helps.
Oh, okay, maybe like just a smoke cloud or something?
Yeah, or I look up, what is the ceiling? It's just cavern, right?
Yeah, once again, it's a little, there's also like a spattering of... Yeah, it's a little uneven. There's a spattering of stalactites. You get the feeling that, because there's also a couple of points where you see it's been flattened to be, you know, much more appealing, but you get the feeling they're like, this is so much fucking work.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point in doing this, and also it's easier for the earth elementals to move through. Okay.
So what I'd like to do then is I'd like to cast Persistent Image, which is basically it's like Silent Image, but it can include auditory, olfactory, and thermal components, and follow a script determined by me that I don't have to concentrate on. So what I would like to do is program this illusion to basically, underneath Redpath's body, project basically like camouflage, a like cave ceiling blendy image that blocks out any of the sight or the sound of Redpath moving on the other side of it, so that Redpath can fly around with this basically cloud covering him.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you're able to cast that on Redpath. You jump in the bag as a big ass earth elemental.
Move over, boys.
It's a tight squeeze in there now because Nash is also a big boy.
How does the Revenants always do this?
It's okay when
around.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, she moves into the back. Oh no! If I turn into an air elemental, it'll use more of my time. So sorry, you're just gonna have to hang out with an earth elemental.
Not to mention, if you turn into an air elemental, you'll be a whirlwind. Thus meaning everything in the bag will start spinning around. There's a gun.
It's not.
Is that an air elemental? He's got a gun.
Okay. Alright, so we slapped that silly boy spell on him. I'm also going to cast...
or you got 10 minutes of that.
Yeah, I'm also going to cast True Seeing on myself. So, for 10 minutes, I see everything as it actually is. I can see normal magical darkness, secret doors hidden by magic, exact locations of creatures or objects under blur or displacement, invisible creatures or objects normally, seeing through illusions, and the form of polymorph change, transmuted beings. And if I focus into something.
You can see really good.
I can see real good for 10 minutes, so I'm gonna give myself a little eyeball.
That's great, actually, because you realize the fire elemental never left. It it turned itself into refraction.
Mm-hmm.
So it just dissipates and looks like it's gone. But no, it's just hanging out. But after a while, you notice that it gets bored and begins going back this way.
Alrighty. Okay, so I got 60 feet of movement each time. No, wait, is it 60 or 50 for me? Hold on, let's double check.
What spell are you actually using?
I'm using fly.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, because your travel domain. Lol.
Lol.
I'm gonna do fly, and then I'm also going to do long strider to give me extra. Let's see how much extra.
Zippy.
Oh wait, does long strider only work for walking? Base speed 10 feet. Yeah, it's gonna be 50. I'm not gonna get the full 60 out of fly because I'm wearing medium armor, but so 50 feet every time. All right, let's see.
Let's have it.
Okay, I can get to there at least. He knows that elemental. He was.
And you can also double move. Is the thing to remember. Probably not the same turn that you cast it.
Yes. I did a fuck ton of casting, so. Up to
That's
here,
fine.
and he is going to stay as high up as he can because he knows that fire elemental was there.
Right. So you do notice to your left as well that there is a little platform with multiple salamanders set up with what looks like harpoons, and then on their waist, on their back, is what looks like a weird cranking mechanism, and on the back of each of the spears is a chain connected to it.
Oh my god, they've got hop backpacks.
Yeah. So the way that you've done this persistent illusion, it's very specifically just below Red Path.
Yeah, it's just programmed to follow him at in sort of like a hemisphere of a hemisphere
It's like he's
blocking
standing in a
sight of
bowl.
the. Yeah.
Yeah, standing in a bowl of cave ceiling.
And he's staying as high up as he can, so it's consistent looking.
Okay, so you're weaving through all of the stalactites and whatnot. These boyos I'm going to give them a perception check just out of courtesy so that they can,
do their stinking job,
do their stinking job.
No, why bother?
Why bother? So they won't even get their will save to determine anything. So yeah, no, you are able to keep scooting.
So now
keep following the quest marker.
Some people are getting fired after this.
Oh, yeah. So I can make it to this. I can make it to this turn, but he's gonna like try and keep his wits about him as soon as he gets to that turn, because he doesn't want to go full tilt there, but he wants to keep going. So he's.
Alrighty, one moment. Let me reveal for you. I'll reveal what you would likely see around that corner. So you'd probably see about here peeking. Or you're gonna actually peek around the corner.
Yeah. He's more like he's closer to here, honestly.
Okay, so you're doing a full-on peek. Let me reveal just a bit more for you.
Okay.
And up. And actually, because of that, you would also be able to see in through here.
Man.
Okay.
Amaranth had a lot of faith in this alternate solution, huh?
What's that?
Of us breaking in and getting the compass.
Yeah.
It's kind of a long shot, don't you think?
That listen, she's very proud of her security, and her brain space is like, if they fail, whatever. But if they succeed, that means I had good people do it, and I won't get fucked over later by bad people. That's how Amaranth thinks. He's like,
but if they succeed, that means I am a hack fraud.
But it's classified information. It's not going to be public that the compass is gone. Listen, Amaranth is playing the long con. This is strictly beneficial for her because she doesn't give a fuck about the mansion.
Yeah, but this sucks for us.
Oh yeah, it's your problem.
This sucks.
Oy.
Alright, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna fucking scootly doot to avoid this guy. I'm just gonna press myself up near the wall and be like.
Alright, I will give him a perception check.
Sweet.
He is a little different from your average
Schleb.
Your average fire elemental. Just because he is straight up basically a walking bonfire. He does not have a humanoid form. He is just
fire.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
I think
right.
That's gonna be my path, probably.
All right.
We'll see if you have to alter that.
Yeah.
His job is not to be surveying. He's supposed to be told what to do. Nope, he doesn't see you.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna take that little snake path up to here.
You are within a certain range of him though, so I need to roll something.
Snake, am I?
So, because it's one of those things where like if this adds up a proper amount, it might exceed your damage threshold. So with a combined heat, it is 24 damage because
So
if you're within.
4.
Yeah. So, because if you're within a certain distance of him, you take 3d8 damage. So you feel that like on the skin. It's the first time that something has gotten through, and it's like, oh god, oh no.
He grabs the end of his braid and swirls it around his neck. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh.
Not like this.
Worst way to go. Boop, boop.
Okay. Cool.
He will just very, very slowly open up the bag so people can peek at what's going on.
Yeah. Let's see here. I gotta give the courtesy look around by our fire giant friend.
Oh my god.
All right, and of course our little salamanders.
You know why bother?
Guys!
Wow!
Guys, it's because
keep
he
going, you
blends in. He is one with the red.
Bro, I worked really hard on this.
I know you did.
Yeah, we're working really hard too.
Honestly, it's only the salamanders who are letting you down for the most part.
Not a complaint. Not a complaint. I just think it's hysterical, and I am. Honestly,
you work harder than the
best.
salamanders.
No, that's amazing. Okay, no, they don't spot you. Keep going. What do you do?
Am I able to vibe where the compass is now? Where's my compass pointer pointing me to the compass? Like, is it below me now?
You feel it, because you're here. It is pointing in that direction still.
Oh, still shit. Okay.
It's definitely not as pointedly upwards as it was before, but
because I'm going up some ledge, yeah.
Yep, but it's still very much like that.
Okay, that's a standard action. I don't want to do that, and I don't want to do that, and I don't want to do that yet.
Fuck, bro, just keep going.
I'm just going. He's doing what Red Path do. He's just gonna fucking go. He's staying close to the ceiling.
If we reach a point where there's actual stone floor again, we might be able to swap back to maze mode because he just has a good stealth check without needing invisibility.
Fuck. Okay, so I'm shit. I don't want to go all the way over this because I feel like this is going to be some like step on it and you die.
Well, you're not going to step on it.
Yeah.
I stand over it and I die, guys. Come on.
That's a pretty big splash radius. I think it would just be step on it if it's going to be a step on it, you die.
Okay, I'll step on this fucking flagstone and get my feet eaten. I'll go my 50 feet, and there's gonna be a guy right here. He's gonna be right here.
You don't have to teleport. You can fly to the corner and see what's in this space.
So
fly to the corner and see what's in the space.
So I will also warn you. Obviously, these guys have rolled piss poor.
Yes.
That's that. At this point, the cavern does open up to allow you to get here, but then the ceiling plummets back down to about like 15, 20 feet once you get to where you are right now. Okay. So because of that, these little boyos are going to get their own little perception check once again, just because like now you're close. How long does persistent image last?
It is a minute per level, so 10 minutes, which I assume, given that Red Path was zipping, I assume barely any time has passed.
Yeah, barely any time. This is like under 3 minutes at this point.
All right. So here's their look around. Okay. I don't know if that's going to be enough because what is the general DC for your?
So the DC is 23, but generally speaking, you can only get a will save to disbelieve an illusion if you physically interact with it.
Oh, okay, very nice. Here, let me reveal more of this room now that you're actually in here. Beep beep beep.
What is flying fish dragon? What the fuck
You
is
notice that there are two massive red dragon statues, and then just so you can actually see, this boyo is standing in front of what appears to be a door.
Well, that's not what we're here for. It's pointing me north.
Unless the path goes like swivelly dibbly,
And that's the way out? If this is like a door that only opens...
This is just a toilet.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, they gotta have one somewhere in here.
Well, all the lava.
It's a plane of fire, yeah.
Okay,
Nothing's gonna smell, it's just gonna get incinerated.
I mean, it's gonna smell for a second.
Bro, did you poop in the magma?
I can get to there, and then I can let Maze peek his head out and see. Yeah. Oof. Okay, I'm wondering, I'm gonna cast Silent Table on me right here, and then I'm gonna move up to here, so that we can speak while we're at that door.
Okay.
So, Silent Table, prevents eavesdropping and such, and it lasts for a minute level.
Okay. You're able to very quietly whisper the words for the incantation, and now you are also silent.
Oh, this updraft is not going to be kind.
It's fine. You've got an actual body instead of a little cloud of vapor.
Yeah. It gonna hurt my feetsies. Okay.
All
right, we got a door here. It's telling me that the compass is up near here, though there seems to be something more enticing down below, but, you know,
Can you check on that again real quick? Is it north now? Or is it still west, or...
Let's see here. If you're, once again, feeling it, it is like this.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, Maze. What can you do?
Burn the shit out of myself on this scorching hot door.
Yeah, I will say, interacting with this door does do damage. Because, like, holy fuck.
We've got 2 gaseous forms left, and we can't use them over the big lava beds very easily, so maybe now's the time to slip through again using one.
Sounds like it to me.
Let's see why not. There's probably going to be more doors beyond this anyway, so... It looks like the general lava flow stops here, unless this is going to open into a bigger pool on the other side.
Right.
Okay.
I can tag him.
Okay.
Long leggy in the bag pulls it up like a pair of pants.
God, that's a funny mental image.
Well, you're getting ready for a sack race, but you just disappear.
Maze
tricks.
Maze is starting to emerge and just gets Red Pat's foot in his face.
Being swallowed up by your sack race bag is like, I don't know, we're just trying too hard with these isekai setups, you know?
Enough!
Alright, anyway, I emerged as a fart cloud. Let's see if we can get through this door.
Okay. Are you gonna try and pick it? Are you gonna gaseous?
God no! I'm gonna try and float through this door. It's worked on all the other ones.
All right. I will move you into the next room. Here, I'll just move you about there. You come into what appears to be a quotation marks small office for Brutus, who is busy writing away and stamping papers, and you notice that he's got a big mug of coffee, and he is busy working away. You do notice that in order for smaller clients, they have made a staircase that will allow them to be eye level.
Honey, we are going to poison you!
Don't hurt Brutus!
Like, sleepy! Just put a fuck ton of sleepy juice in his potion!
Yeah, that's probably what the plan's gonna be, to be honest.
Oh, honey.
Yeah. Brutus is just quickly writing away, and he stamps a piece of paper. There we are, another one done on fire today.
Oh my god, it better not be the case that the drawing is leading us to a sketch drawing.
The drawing of the compass that would be so fucking funny. Well, is this the compass sitting right there?
No, it's wine, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, your thing was pointing. Okay, is your nose pointing to one of these cabinets then, perhaps?
You feel the pull going in this direction.
And is it suitably close now feeling, or
does it tell you that you're getting closer?
I don't know if it gives you that information or not,
yeah,
but
I never know, because Pathfinder is like all over the place and how potent a spell
how
is.
different scrying and those kinds of spells work. Yeah.
I mean, you'd be able to tell just by seeing how extreme the changes are, just by moving a little bit.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's enough. I would know where it is.
Okay. Yeah, it's still in this direction.
And these little pools keep going, it looks like. That's not the edge of the wall there.
It looks like it's decoration. These little magma veins dissipate into the wall. But after that, you're not sure where they go. They could lead to somewhere useful. They could also just lead into fuck all.
Okay.
All right. Well, I suppose nothing to it but to do it. Maze is gonna. We're gonna float, and we're gonna try and find our golden opportunity to trank Brutus.
Well,
we're gonna need a little different music for that. You do also notice that now that you're up here, and again, because you're translucent gas, refraction in here, he's not gonna see you. I'm not even gonna have him roll.
Sure.
You do notice on the desk are like many diamonds, and considering their size, it's like the size of your hand.
Hmm.
Oh no, he needs to resurrect Emberniece.
God, what a heartbreaking thing to just happen in the background.
She died off screen.
Hey man,
that
we
head
need.
explode.
It's like, I know you're trying to revive your niece, but also you do need to go into work today.
Yeah, no, Emberniece is fine. Let's see here. So, yeah, no, you see a lot of money, and he's like counting it. He's got his little abacus as well, just doing the counting and things of the sort, and takes another big swig of his coffee.
Great. As aforementioned, gonna try and find my golden opportunity to trank his coffee.
So, how much coffee does it look like he has left? Because you don't want to pour a fuck ton into a little amount of coffee. He's gonna notice it.
I mean, it's a... So here's two things you seem to not be considering. It's a syringe's worth, and this is a giant coffee cup.
I see.
This is true. Let's see here. Probably at this, yeah, I'll say a minute or two passes. So keep in mind of your gaseous form.
Of course.
Brutus looks over and he's like, oh, beans, I forgot to get that one. And he stands up and walks on over to one of these large filing cabinets, and you just hear him muttering, let's see here.
I'll be taking my chance on a da-da-da-da.
Yeah, you see him just flipping through the papers, which you then also realize these like manila envelopes are like fucking huge.
And also super fire resistant.
They have to be.
And when Brutus goes over to the cabinet, he doesn't like unlock it or anything, does he? Does he just open it?
It looks like it's just unlocked.
Okay.
You get the feeling that if you're this far in, if you're just here for some documents, you've kind of earned it.
Fair.
And now I can evade taxes. Like, no. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be shooting my shot into his coffee if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're able to scoot on over to the coffee.
Take a dip in it. You go swimming for a bit.
I'll just scoot these kids over here for now, just so we've got a full look of this area. So yeah. So you have to rematerialize. So you gently land back down. I don't think there'd be a stealth check quite yet. So yeah, you pull out your little syringe, and do you just pour all of the contents of all of them in?
So I, Lamp, am not super confident of what is in this syringe. I'm 90% sure that I obtained it from one of the two Silverhand psychos, which means that it's probably something I'm familiar with, so I probably know how much will and will not kill someone of his size.
Right, yeah, you have to do a little bit of math in your head, just because, like, holy shit, Brutus is huge. He's a big fella. Not even just because he's a giant, he's just a big dude. And so, yeah, how many do you have? Just so I know.
Just the one.
Just the one? Okay, you are confident you will need all of it to get Brutus, because you also know that he's like an athletic fellow.
He's an athletic fella. He's inclined to the divine. We're gonna err on the side of caution and use all of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you pull out the syringe, pour all of it in, maybe stir it a bit just so it gets kind of lost in the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, you can turn back into your gaseous form. Because you can, like, jump in and out of it, right? Am I crazy?
We've certainly been treating it like we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been treating it like that the whole time, so if it isn't that, it is...
It is now!
Now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to look, just out of curiosity's sake. Becoming substantial.
It doesn't say you can, but it doesn't say you can't.
If it doesn't say you can't, it means you probably can't, but we've been doing it.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I mean, I guess you can just drink the fourth one if you need to dematerialize. Alternatively, you can just hide it, like, behind the desk or something. You should be...
I think... Yeah, I hate to be the guy that, like, backpedals, but, like, based on the way this is read, it doesn't look like you can switch back and forth. I'm not going to take backsies on the other stuff, but I think for this scenario...
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah.
It's fine.
I hope that's agreeable.
No,
that's fine by me,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, okay,
What it was is that the 2 potions we already drank, those were like greater gaseous form potions.
Sure.
And this one she undersold us.
Yeah, so Maze, if you can give me a stealth check. All right.
I'd love to.
All right, is that your
plus
sneak?
20 on that from Silent Table.
Oh, yeah, for being silent.
Ah.
Is that as long as they're... Oh, because you cast it on, like, the bag itself.
Yeah.
Look at you. All right,
That's
so...
pretty nice.
Brutus likely cannot succeed against that.
It's great that his desk is so huge, you can just easily, completely conceal yourself on the other side of it.
There, bro.
I was thinking exactly that, yeah.
Yeah, so Brutus is like, oh, there we have her sins, my goodness. It took me longer than I'd prefer. That's why I deal with numbers and not letters.
I love that he just talks to himself like this all the
We all
time.
do.
You hear him mumble, he's like, it's just me. Okay, well, let's see. Let's get cracking.
Cracks his knuckles.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I need to do a little refuel. And he takes a big sip of the coffee. So let's see here. Let me delete the coffee because it's empty now.
Oh, wow. You can delete the coffee. That's nice.
Yeah, and then this is likely a fort save for him.
Yeah, not sure what the numbers are on that, so you're just gonna have to pick some.
Yeah, so let me...
Oh, no.
Prick.
So he takes a big sip. Ugh. Oh, terrible at the end there. Ugh. Ugh. Do I get water after that? Ugh. It's like, you actually see him like wipe his tongue. It's like, ah, like a 5-year-old.
Ah.
Oh, heavens, that is dreadful.
Well, darn.
I'm gonna need a refill. And so, he walks out with his big mug.
Yeah, well, that works too.
Okay, we have Silent Table set up. Nash, we need to move one of the vaults in front of the door.
Do we?
I don't know.
You can't get back in.
Yeah, we can't
Then
get
he'll know that we're... I think Maze should start by just opening these and see if the compass is sitting there.
We don't have to jump straight to the nuclear option. Yeah, we just
don't forget.
It's what I want.
Don't forget, how much more impressed will Amaranth be if not only do we steal it, but we steal it without raising an alarm?
Yeah, mathematically it was pretty unlikely that we were able to pull that off this far, but...
All right. So you start opening filing cabinets, and it's a chore, because it's designed for a fire giant. So some of these are straight up out of your reach.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the metal is hot. But luckily, because these are smaller objects. Let's see here. They would only do roll 3d6. This doesn't matter. I'm just doing this so I can see it. Yeah. So like 9 damage of just interacting, but again, you're able to resist it and pull open these doors. And inside, it looks like it's just files, just documenting like the contents of various vaults, as well as who owns what and things of the sort.
Maze reaches into the bag and pulls out Red Path. Where is it?
Sticks his finger in the
Reach
air.
in, grab, pull Red Path up by the hair like you're pulling up a severed head.
No, you're pulling him up like a turnip.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks like paper. That's not it. Okay,
Okay. So looking through, you are able to find a file that says high security, top security, all that jazz. And you open it and you see the contents of one of the vaults in that area being the compass, and it's a drawing of it. Because they have to have a reference of what their shit looks like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You do notice that in that vault as well, the contents are 80,000 gold. Because it is Hairsif money that they decided to just log away in there, I guess. And if you're curious, there are other top secret vaults that you can look into that are nearby if you are interested.
Okay, well, does this file at least show the layout of which of these vaults are where so that we know where we're going now?
It doesn't show you the exact layout of how to get there because if you worked here, you know where they are. But you do know that it is in Vault 4A, or sorry, 4B. The compass is in 4B.
And when we passed through this hallway here, I know we only stopped for an extended time on this first ledge, but did we see what the numbers and letters on the doors were?
Yes, you noticed that, for example, the one that you were next to initially, it was labeled as 3A, and then just across the river was 3B. And then it goes to 3C, 3D, and so on and so forth along the way. If you had to guess, because you have a high enough base intelligence, you would guesstimate this, there are vault security levels, and they vary from 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So this alley... the first bend that we pass through with vaults are all the 3s?
Yes. And I'm actually going to double, triple check my notes to make sure that is correct. Beep, 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 beep. Oh. No, those are actually 2s.
Oh, good.
So that is one of the lowest ends of security for getting inside of those vaults. And this one is 4. So it is 2 levels higher of security.
Fuck, man.
Okay. Well, nothing to it but to do it. Hopefully... Oh, geez. Yeah, okay. I mean, we have 1 gaseous form left. We can slip back out of here.
Is there a master key in here?
Oh, that could be useful.
I will also say, Redpath, you take the paper out and you, like, set it behind you.
It lights on.
The locate object continues to go this direction. It would appear it's a very unfortunate location for these things. You're still picking up the object. It's further that way.
Son of a bitch.
Because I thought about it more and I was like, oh, wait, because of the location of shit? Yeah, that actually would make,
Right? Well...
All of us just like flat face, deadpans, like Classic Ebon Ward.
It didn't fuck you over.
That's nice. How the fuck do we get there?
Well, there's only one other way forward.
Yeah,
Presumably this loops
we gotta
around.
Get past the stupid...
Okay, we better get back in the bag and Maze. I think we got to use that last gaseous form to get across and through that other set of doors and just go as far as we can.
Makes sense.
All right, schloop.
All right. You pop back into the bag of holding, and yeah, you can feel free to move.
Maze is going to try and min-max his time here, just like wait for Brutus to come back so the door will be open and he can just go.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me track down Brutus's icon. I'm gonna roll something. Hold on. It's taking Brutus a long time to come back.
Fuck it.
You get the feeling he got caught up in casual conversation with someone.
Yeah, he had nothing good to do today. He was just doing stuff.
Got locked down. That's fine. We're gonna.
You get the feeling the Gatorade hit. It just took a while, and he went to get his coffee and passed out in the break room.
Well, he'll enjoy the nap, I'm sure.
Ow.
Yeah.
This is a joke.
Baby, we're burning hot lava. We're melting to the floor.
I don't like these dragons.
Yeah, I don't either. You're right. They do look like
Yeah.
fish. These are slaughter fish.
Stupid fish dragons.
Yep. All right.
It's just squidge.
Once again, this door is. Can I get a perception check to kind of evaluate?
Sure,
Once again,
boss.
Yeah.
Saw that one.
Dubious.
Yep, you're able to find the sweet spot to squeeze on through.
So if nothing else, we have something of meaning to report to Amaranth. This does just work.
These doors do kinda got cracks in them.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where the metal gets warped. And it's also the thing of, like, you can't rely on it the whole time, and you had to spend a lot of money to be able to do this.
Yeah.
But still, a security flaw is a security flaw.
God.
Okay, well, we theoretically know.
We know the direction.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave those to the imagination.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Holding
reveal
up.
more so you actually see what the heck you're doing.
Of course.
You see down this way, there are a couple of little boyos.
Little men's.
And then over this way.
Oh, Brutus.
That's good. He's distracting the guard for us.
You're right.
So I also.
That's right, I was an inside agent.
I also need to think. When you step into this chamber, I need to roll something.
Well, we don't step in, but we do.
Or, well,
yeah, when we enter.
When you
enter.
You enter. Oopsies.
No.
Sabin.
Cool. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of what the casting level would be of those potions. So they're probably like up to 5th level.
Oh, do we just pass through a dispel magic bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The caster level of the potion is
5th?
it's yes, it's always the lowest level required to cast the spell. So it would be it would be caster level 5.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna do it. So thankfully none of your other shit gets dispelled. But Maze, you get to about here before suddenly you just drop to the ground.
Ah.
And you're very thankful that it didn't just instantly
lava.
dunk you in lava, and also not just instantly dispel your bag of holding and just drop a bunch of crap on the ground.
Yeah, that crap would be gone. So many sentimental things are in there, like 2 pie
My friends.
tins. And my friends, yes. But mostly
Yeah,
those
they're-
pie tins.
Gotta get those pie tins.
Well, fuck. Okay. What to do with
Did you feel that jolt?
Yeah.
What do you think that was?
that? I don't like whatever.
I don't know if I want to stick my head out and ask.
I don't want.
We be feeling jolts a lot the whole
Yeah.
time.
I'll trust Maze.
I'm gonna have the boy way down the way. Make a perception check.
Sure. Can I make an acrobatics to dampen my fall?
Absolutely, yeah.
Plus 20 on that silent table.
Sure.
Oh yeah, okay.
This is also for the guy just like at the
Yeah,
end
just
of the
looking
hall.
down that
yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
His job is to just watch this hall. Okay, that's your acrobatics, yeah?
Yeah. So, you know,
Okay.
I'll take a modifier on that, to be honest.
So you're able to plop down, and so he doesn't hear it. Can I get an immediate stealth check to see if you are able to find a way to mitigate
Slam
being
yourself
seen?
up against the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do my best on that one. What is my stealth? Where are you? Yeah, there you are. It's 18. You know, I roll it often enough. I should just know, but I don't.
Oh,
Caught
thank
off
God.
guard, but not that off guard.
Right between the 1 and the 3.
So what you're able to do, you notice that there is a small lip along the edge from design. Again, more Hersiv insignia. And you leap over and hang onto it. And so this
Be
creature
out
looks down
of
the way and like scratches their head, doesn't see anything, and continues to just stare down the path. But you can hear Brutus's hearty laugh down the hall.
Soon I'll obliterate that twink.
Right, caught between a rock and a hard place. Okay, so the best move, probably, is gonna be to cram myself into a nook and hope they leave.
Yeah, you do notice that these nooks are also filled with magma.
I'm sure they are.
You just gotta do the, hand support self in. You've got 2 walls to brace against, so that's actually not that bad.
Yeah, I gotta do the
Cicada block.
I gotta do the splits that what's her face from the Not Undertale does. You can tell how invested I am.
All right, and then you've got a 37. I doubt they can do anything about it, but these guys, they are like going up and down this hallway, so I'm gonna have them take a peeky poo. No, they don't see you. You get lucky. They are actually going back into this vault area.
Too fast, too quick. All right. We're
Too fast, too furious.
Yeah, and Brutus like pulls out a little pocket watch. I'm so sorry to be taking up so much of your time. But I've got a lot of paperwork to do. Oh yeah, no problem, sir. If you need anything else, just let me know. Oh, of course. And this fire giant steps to the side and lets Brutus walk on by. And then I think I will have Brutus take another, just like passive. Yeah. If he catches you out of the corner of his eye, he has to roll pretty incredible. Yeah. There was a moment where he's about to turn and look that way, and then he's like, "Oh, I almost lost my footing," and he like tries to make sure his coffee doesn't spill as he walks on by.
Gotta drink more of this shit coffee.
You do hear as the door opens. Here, I got you a cup. Oh, thank you, sir. And just keeps on going.
Hope you enjoy
I
this
almost
free
feel
bad
bad
coffee.
stealing from them. Almost.
Almost.
Ugh.
You notice this fire giant just steps out into the middle of the hallway and just keeps their arms crossed, looking back and forth.
Great.
Oh, so it would be a great time to do like a fucking voice mimicry of, one more thing.
Yeah. What
I don't know if that would make them move, you know?
Are they indeed facing this way?
They're kind of like, because you see that this is a kind of intersection.
Yeah.
They look to the west, they then look to the east, then to the south, and
so they're like a Pokemon NPC.
Yeah, they never look behind them. Not once do they look behind them.
Behind them being the direction that we are in?
Sorry.
Or,
to the north. Sorry, okay. I should have. That's on me. I should have clarified that. They never look to the north.
Okay.
Well, that seems like a safe spot to duck into then.
But I don't think that's the door we need, boys.
I mean, we can find out. They're all labeled. All right. Well, we're gonna try and do an I'm underleveled. Please don't fight me, Pokemon shuffle.
All right. Yeah. So
Not my Bulbasaur.
he is gonna get his perception check.
A good thing you're still silent.
Oh my god!
Some of them have rolled okay, but yes, it is
Half
true
of them
that...
deserve to be fired.
Man.
This will also be coming up in our report.
Oh boy.
Amaranth, I'm sorry to report, many of your guards consistently roll ones.
So here's my like canonical reason why. No one gets this far.
Yeah, why would they be on alert?
Literally no one has gotten this far.
Nothing has happened to alert them. They are in the middle of fucking nowhere.
It's so funny that... Sorry, go on, Will.
I was just gonna say, because like for them, it's like, this is so far to get to. You need a hairstiff's blood to even get down the incinerator. You have to cross the magma without being detected, open the 2 gates to get there. Then there's a shitload of guys just hanging out. Now you're in the maze and you're on a different planet. Like, what? Obviously.
I love that, like, Hunch was like, yeah, that's right, my claim to fame. Got further in the horde of House Hairsip than anyone ever has. And then you look at the map and you're like, you did like a 2% run, my man. You got nowhere.
Shut the fuck up.
Glitchless 2%, any percent.
Right,
Yeah,
so I'll just be moving along then.
All right.
Yeah, is there a plate on this door? Can we tell which one it is?
There is not.
So that's not a vault. That's a good
Wait.
sign.
Well, if this is the one way that guard never looks, it's probably okay if Red Path pops out to redirect us to confirm if it's still west or if it's actually north through here.
Yeah, pull out the red path.
Okay, so I will
I think
assume
it's probably safe to say also that I'm
Yeah,
just a dame again.
Mm-hmm. So you are able to detect that it is this way.
Okay, you better not fuck me.
Nah.
There's no way it'll happen a third time.
This way. I'm so afraid it's
I'm
gonna
so
happen
afraid,
a third time.
Oh man, I'm having
We
so
have
much
no
fun
way
with
of
this.
knowing.
Well, sadly, now we're out of choices, I believe. I think I just have to open this door the good old-fashioned way.
Yeah, just burn the shit out of your hand.
Yeah?
All right, you just throw it open.
Yeah.
Well, I assume it's locked, isn't it? Or maybe
It
it's
might not be.
This
You can-
far in?
You can check it.
I mean, I'll try and open it as a lock.
Very
Yep.
carefully.
You press on it and it doesn't seem locked. You got to remember. So actually, now that I think about it, interesting enough, there are 2 door handles. There is one that's about 8 feet above you, and then one at your level.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Looking doors.
Weird looking doors. So you need a lot of strength to also push this door open because it's pretty heavy. So you.
Fucking
We found
Christ!
the break room. We found the break room. It's in the next door to the left. It happened again.
Turn the fuck around. Turn the fuck around.
Well, so a door just opened, and there's 4 people in here.
Yes, there are. Okay, so exit strategy. Thinking.
Yeah, because like you can tell that these 2 giants are playing cards, and then these 2 salamanders are just hanging out drinking cocoa.
Now, I assume... I assume this was, given that we know there are guards around, that this was less of a fling the doors open and more of a begin to open them to see what's on the other side? Question mark?
I say you could probably like crack it open and take a peek inside. The sound, I mean, this guy is looking in that general direction.
But is there sound?
Oh, that's right. Because would it impact the door?
No. It's centered within 20 feet.
No or yes? Because you said no with an answer that sounds like yes.
Blah, 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 blah. It's centered on an object or a point in space, so it's fine. It makes no sound. It makes no sound.
As long as we still got the bag, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right on.
So,
Righteous.
You take a peek inside and you see the one woman fire giant start laughing and pull all of the like treasure to her, and this fellow just throws his cards at the table.
Well, there's no way it'll happen a third time.
You also notice there's a massive water cooler in there, and it is boiling. Yeah. So you close the door. Oh, I will reveal more for you because you would be able to see down the way.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Not a lot to work off of, unfortunately, but
It's a ring around the rosy where you gotta go all the way down here and then up. I'm gonna.
You gotta make the cool S.
Yeah, we really gotta. Yeah, okay. I think the only way forward is the same way I got here, so I'll try.
Yeah, it is just wait till they are looking the other way and yeah, go to an alcove and repeat.
Yep. You're very, very silent. I'll have a stealth check from you anyways, because it's more of a visual thing at this point.
Yep.
Because like when you're under them, they're not gonna hear you because you've got the dually do. Okay,
Yeah.
quite good. Their perception check. Okay.
Finally, it had to have happened at some point.
So,
But
what?
do you count the 20?
What?
The
Silent
this
tables.
20 from
That's-
silence.
Yeah.
Is that still relevant? Is the question.
Well, it might be based on sight now.
It is
That's
based on sight because
Okay.
it's so close. I will cut you this deal.
Okay.
If you are willing to dive directly north as they're turning and take a bit of fire damage,
Completely willing to.
Absolutely.
I don't care how
This
the
is no
sentence
Yeah,
detection
ends.
run.
you start down the hallway because they've like turned, and then they're like, "Huh?" And they like turn around, and you're like, "Fuck!" You just dive into the fucking lava. Ah!
Ducks
So-
back, accidentally dunks foot in lava like it's the pool on American Ninja Warrior.
yeah. So because you're just quickly touching it, I'm not going to do the full 20d6 because that is not a fair trade.
Nah, but you can hit me with a little something. That seems fair.
So the half mark of that would be So you can cut 20 from that because of your fire resistance thing. So it's
Oh,
only
fucking
12.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But there is a moment you're just like, cover your mouth and just like, fuck!
Yeah.
And this fire giant, like, takes a step forward, like, huh. But luckily, because of the sound thing, like, you go, fuck! And nothing happens. So they're like, all right.
What's the wind?
And they just go back.
Must have been the wind. Arrow through head.
Yeah, sadly that's not an available option. Alright.
Otherwise, we'd be murking everyone. No.
I mean, there's been a lot of ones for them. I feel like we have a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. And let's see here. So you where you you should probably see in
Yeah,
the
no, that's
other
sort of
room
what I'm
itself.
waiting on.
Sorry. So you can see boop 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 this.
Vending machine!
From the Ladoos!
Wait, so that's our door. It's gotta be our door.
This
It's
one.
gotta be our door.
Yeah, this
And
one,
what's
this
the
one right here.
Now hang on. What if the compass is in a vending machine?
How much money do we have
Holy
to spend? That's
Okay.
Can
funny
you
as shit.
imagine? Imagine if I got to the end, I'm like, it's a crane game.
Oh yeah.
Step aside, I'm killer at these!
Hold on, is it too late for me to change some things?
Will?
Bro, they got two break rooms.
Divorce.
They got break room 1 and break room 2.
I mean,
Well, one's a break room and the other's a cafeteria.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
Oh, you're right. You're right.
You look into the so that break room. You also notice that there were like a small cell with doors or with chairs that had handcuffs on them. Looks like there is a makeshift prison if someone were to get arrested. They weren't sure what to do with them quite yet. And here is the actual break room, and you can see like the fire giant enjoying a very large sandwich. There's a massive coffee machine and a little one for smaller
That's
folks.
so cute.
And there's
Bro.
also 2 different water systems. You notice the big one is boiling, and the other one has some sort of enchantment to keep the water cool.
Oh,
that's
this is
nice.
so cute.
I
In the
was this
plane
whole
of
time
fire,
wondering if
damn.
the salamanders were people. They are. So
They are treated as people.
just wondering in the event we have to start slashing. Because that would have been awkward, just like, I don't know.
Oh, I thought he was a monster. No, that was my son.
Yeah, no, we did promise not to kill any people. So, I'm familiar with the weight of these doors now, which is a nice plus. Is this one locked?
This one does appear to be locked.
Son of
All right,
a
I'm gonna
bitch.
cast. Would you like me
Well,
to
you
cast
probably have
find
to
traps
dip.
on it?
Well, you might have to dip into this entryway to not get spotted by Pokemon Guard.
Yeah, I probably have to dip for just a second.
Yep. So, yeah, so you dive over here. God, this is so scary now. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes it is. I'm so glad you noticed.
The adventure.
this guy is just enjoying his sandwich. So he's got a 25, just like casual looking around and eating his sandwich. These salamanders don't have a good angle on you, so it's just him. So if you give me, actually, what did you roll before?
25.
25. Oh, it meets.
Tie to defender.
Tie to defender. So I will say this: you are in a dicey position.
No kidding.
Where fair. So he looks up, and just in time for you to dive back into the hallway, while that fire giant to the east is looking to the east, but is beginning to look this way.
It's
you
the
have
fucking-
1 round.
It's the position you never want to be in a stealth game, dancing back and forth between 2 different enemies' cones of vision.
Yeah, no, I've got exactly 1 second to pick a plan. Which one do I pick? I don't have a whole lot of them left.
Yeah. Yep. Because the worst part is like these doors are right into the hallway. There is no alcove to work off of here. It is, and it's also a superheated door. So if you're lockpicking, there's probably going to be some ouchies going on. Like it's a bad position.
Yeah, Maze is good, but he's
Throw a
not.
rust ball outside and a boar appears.
Maze is not pick a lock in 6 seconds good. I don't think any of us are.
I think, so I might be able to buy us a little time. I could chuck a ghost sound somewhere to the east to try and get this guard to investigate for a second.
I don't think I have time to communicate the problem to you.
That's fair, I guess, yeah.
I think I think I just gotta go with the option I've got. I gotta go into the break room and hide behind the vending machine. This creates a new problem. I'm aware.
But you could. Hang on. If you need to hide, why don't you hide under a table?
If I hide under a table, then that's probably smarter. Yeah, let's do that.
So I should clarify. This is a fuck off enormous vending machine because it's for giants.
I'm sure it would obscure from the giant. The problem is these guys just looking over the table like, hey, where's that?
I mean, if you wanted, you could try to sandwich yourself between the wall and the vending machine.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right.
Do it, skinny boy. No ass.
Give me an escape artist check to just because this is such a precise amount of time.
+4 bonus for lack of ass.
Yeah, there's no plan like no plan, you know. Okay.
You're right.
What's my
Oh man, this is everything I hoped for. This is great.
It's everything I didn't hope for. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't cram myself into this mail slot.
So you run in, and thankfully you have the sound thing because you just like hit the side of the vending machine. So all right, this little man, he's gonna have his perception check.
Oh man, is it Salamander Redemption Arc? Nope.
Nope.
No, it's not Salamander Redemption Arc.
He like looks over his buddy's shoulder, and just before he can get a look at you, his friend grabs a fry off his plate, and the two like get this huge argument. They are speaking a language you don't know.
Right on.
Hang on. Let Dia out of the bag. I speak Ignan. I gotta know what they want about that fry.
Absolutely not.
I'll translate for you. That was mine. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, Maze, you're just pressed up against this vending machine in the wall, like, oh shit, now what? It is again that you're really feeling the heat of this area. Like, there's a moment where you like have to peel yourself off of the wall. And you notice at this point, your metal arm is pure orange.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Okay. Well, the way forward is not in here, so we are gonna have to bail from here.
All right.
I shake the globe of blizzards and create a hailstorm outside. No.
Yeah, no, I'm caught in the worst pickle. I do just kind of have to solve this problem by myself, and I only have one way of doing that.
Oh man, I'm sorry. This is how they would design it. They want it to be as like
makes sense.
Yeah, so here's what we're gonna do.
We're
gonna go and we're gonna fucking pray. We're gonna pray we can unlock it. We're gonna pray we can open it. We are in a jam. This is all we have.
We have any pie cards?
I don't know.
I think you have one more.
I think we have one.
Okay.
Well,
My sheet says 2, but I know we at the very least have 1.
Okay.
Savvy messages me a great point. Get in the bag. Then there'd be a bag on the floor, and the problem still hasn't been solved.
If there's a bag on the floor, they're gonna pick it.
They're gonna pick up the bag.
Was where we're gonna head.
I like
we
where your
wake up
head's
in
at.
the lost and found.
Don't worry, I thought about it. I'm gonna try and open this door now, okay?
All right.
Praying for you. Oh!
That's a 2.
Do we have a card left? I need
yes,
yes, we do.
To my understanding, you have at least one. I know for sure you have at least one.
Yeah, the last one we got, we have at the very least that one.
Yeah, because we would have gotten handed some in Sweetstone, and we didn't use those, so right on. I think I'll use that if that's all right with everybody.
Use it. I give you my blessing.
Appreciate it.
That's
the same number.
Oh no.
That's the same.
Do we have another one?
Again, my sheet says we have another one where I've been keeping track of them, but I don't know if I'm reliable.
I am willing to trust you. But that
my
is.
sheet still says we have handsome huckleberry.
Yeah, handsome huckleberry, right? Like,
And
Oh,
Roman
if you've
rhubarb were the
if you've
two.
been labeling them, then
I've
yes,
been labeling all of the pie card.
I will trust that. Then you can use roaming rhubarb.
God,
this is
are we
your
amazed?
last shot?
We're blowing 2 pie cards.
Maze, by grace of God, roll a fucking number.
please, Jesus Christ. Really?
That's what 2 pie cards gets you. It gets you.
That's what 2
It
pie
gets you
cards
2
gets you.
numbers higher.
Alright, I put all of those to 0 quantity and I cried.
All right. I am so sorry, gang. Okay.
We were so close.
So here's what's gonna happen. You are fumbling with the door to get this thing open, and there is a moment where I'm gonna have him. I'm still gonna give him a perception check
Sure.
against my better judgment, and possibly a 1. Okay.
I mean, Maze didn't roll any 1s at least, but yeah.
So this fire giant looks over and just sees you. Just locks eyes with you.
Oh no, she's not locking eyes with me. I have to commit. There is not lock eyes. There's not look and see if they're looking. It's open door or not open door. Those are the options.
She sees you crouched down, concave ass out, trying to pick this lock.
I think you mean
Yeah.
concave ass in.
She tilts her head for a moment, is processing that someone is here.
What the fuck am I looking at?
She legitimately looks behind her like, what?
Yeah, is this a prank? Am I on Hairsif camera?
And she starts yelling and she is going to charge. Before she gets to you, I will let you attempt one more lockpicking.
Sure.
Quick,
Because this is the crap.
Oh.
Pop me in
It's
the
a
back.
little better.
So it's definitely better. So this one, you are able to finally, and you will basically fall forward into the next room. I will reveal it. Revealing tool, please work.
Oh, thank God. Oh, there I go.
Oh, yeah,
Rocking it off to
sorry.
God knows where.
Yeah, no, there you are. You appeared for me, I will move you. There you are.
We
I was-
wanted the perfect
A
stealth
perfect run. Gang, I'm heartbroken. How many of these doors do you think there are?
1 billion of them. Tomb of Horrors is now.
Yeah, I think it's literally about 5 more at least.
All right, Maze stumbles through, screams in the back. Red alert! We're fucked.
All right.
Let me out. We gotta block the door.
Jump us out.
Block the door.
Here's how we go.
All right. So, yeah, tell me what you're doing, because at this point you hear, and then something slam into the wall, like they lost their footing trying to catch up.
Yep.
And something is gonna grab for the door. They haven't gotten there just yet. You still have a moment to do something.
I gotta
So
get
we
working
got
on the
the
next
alarm.
one. You solve this problem.
Okay. So effectively, there is no trouble in an alarm going off right now, correct? All
far as we
hands
know.
on deck. We're fucked. We're going. Okay.
Yeah.
So Red Path gets out of the bag and he hears red alarm and just puts his hands down on the ground and he's gonna cast Wall of Stone right in through here. Gonna pull Nash back here.
Okay. Yeah, no, so let me get a little marker for that. Oh, here, you know what? We'll...
It's a shame that we lost the perfect stealth run, but also consider how much more impossible our task would have been if we had failed, back at the gates or something. Getting through the rest of this.
No, I appreciate the moment that we're at right now.
So, I'm gonna be real. There was a way to get a lot more information about this place. You guys did amazing. Actually incredible.
All right.
That's the power of random blunders. I'll try and open this door if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Even you don't have the old building and loan.
Where was
where
that
were you
earlier?
Where were you on our?
What was that?
Where were you on our 3 attempts to open the door?
Yeah. So, it is no problem at all to get that door open. I think it's mostly because like you were like, okay, I know how these locks work now. There's no room for error. I gotta get this shit done right now. Let me open this door. And you throw the door open.
Oh no, we've got a boss fight!
I knew it.
Ah, hell.
And you see at the very end, Ember Niece, who like, you notice like quickly does her hair. You think she might have been napping.
You're not the one we trained.
Oh, guys, is it an alarm? Holy shit. You guys, you made it. Oh, you guys, you made it. Oh, no. It like deflates a little bit.
Yeah, at least make it a good fight for us, you know?
Oh, that's my line. Oh, boy. Looking at the time, do we call it next time on Ebon Ward?
We just might have
as
to.
much as I'm
Might
frustrated,
have
as
to.
much as I wanted to do this in one, I think we probably better if there's potentially a protracted combat situation involving lots of guys rushing us while we look for something. I don't want to start that at the 3-hour mark.
Hey, but you know what exact circumstance we prepared for is a giant pool of lava we can't get over.
Holy shit!
You did.
So that's nice.
I mean,
Good.
cool beans.
What will
So,
happen next time on Ebon Ward?
Oh, man.
Fucking A. I guess.
We were so close! Dude, he was fucking
Dude,
asleep!
it was
If we'd made it through that door, we're good.
It was
We're
right
there.
The door was right there.
Ah.
We finally
Guys,
found
the
I'm so sorry.
It's
I'm
the
so
karmic balance had to work out.
Yeah,
it
no,
just
you
sucks
had
that it
plenty
had
of-
to be in my fucking hands. Jesus Christ.
we had all of those ones.
Yeah,
Karma
we had
to
some
come
very
back
helpful
on us.
ones from guards, and also that that Earth Elemental was one away from finding me on the wall. So like, we got our karmic retribution that justified the 2-2-4.
We got far enough in to get to the boss fight. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yep.
Dang, what a sesh.
Oh, man. Awesome work, you guys. You did an outstanding job. I'm just going to reveal a little bit more of this map because I don't think you're going back that way. Oh.
Alright, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't do a lot, but it's combat now. It's time to go.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna kick
Barbarian
ass.
Style.
Yep. Oh, man.
I really
Yeah,
liked the swapping who is the active party member bag of
Yeah.
holding strat, because we all get to take turns.
It's like, what's that game, Trine?
Yeah, it is like
Yeah,
Trine.
no,
It's
it is
exactly
like that.
Trine.
Pulls out
Or,
Barbarian. Me rip door? No, we're not doing that one. Okay.
Or that
Magma.
one,
Me
that one
punch? No.
Castlevania. Jonathan, Charlotte,
Jonathan,
Charlotte.
yeah!
Oh, no.
Someone
Alright, Amaranth,
was
here's our
the
notes. Gaseous form. The
Gaseous-
end of our notes.
Gaseous form? Buy some fucking glasses.
These people need more coffee down here. I know you got it down here. It's not enough.
You need more that isn't laced with sleeping agent.
Huh?
I loved her. Oh my god, you guys, you made it.
Put on some nice music.
It's okay, Lamp.
I know it's
Had to
okay.
happen to one of us.
I just hate it, you know.
Lamp, I
Yeah.
can't stress this enough. It's not your fault.
I
The
know
dice
it's not
were
my fault.
Fucking cruel.
So here's the entire reason. There's no one who can be more emotionally detached from dice than me. I can just accept it. That's fine. Using 2 rerolls is what bothers me.
Yeah. No.
That's the
I
problem.
I
Yeah.
So,
get
you know
ya.
what this means? You know what this means. We have to track down the next pie member. We have to find them.
We have a deficit, yeah.
We have a deficit. We need to build up more.
It's Blackthorn.
Now listen, I've told you who I think it is.
Oh boy. Well, I hope you guys had fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
was a-
no, that was great.
It was a great
Oh, yeah.
time. My God.
Oh man. Yeah, I built this thing a long time ago and I've just been like, ooh, how are they gonna do this shit?
Oh, what fun! What fun!
It's also a very smart thing that even though the lava and the gates were dangerous and things like that, there's a lot of shit that would make it worse if you were trying to go through walls.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Hey chat, we have a
guys.
Patreon. Consider supporting us there if you haven't already.
If you don't want to support us on the Patreon, but you still want to hang out, go over to our Discord. You know
Yeah.
where you can find our Discord? Or right about here, when I get the link and I don't copy everything else.
It's okay. I got it for it. Never
No,
mind.
I got it. No,
Never
I
mind.
got it.
All right, never mind. You got it.
I pat you, Lamp.
I had you.
It's fine. I would have had it if I didn't actually press the fucking Windows key. Yeah, that's our Discord. It's our community hub. You can give us fan art there if you feel so inclined. Some other folks did. And Bread Bunny made an Imgur. Thank you so much. So,
Thank you, Bread Bunny.
at the top of the pile from And Yet No Bananas. Hey guys, I have a great idea. Let's go to the incinerator. We're here.
I mean, honestly, we basically did that by going
Yeah?
through the vent.
More or
Yeah,
less.
This
outstanding.
is such a great gag.
I love this. Thank you so much.
I want to have this gag keep going on forever.
Then from Skift.
Do you like this song?
There is!
Do you like this song? Is this all that you ever wanted?
It's something. I don't know if it's that, though.
I
Oh
don't.
no, I dropped the scrambled eggs. Oh,
Yeah, I don't want it.
Don't want this now.
Thank you, Skipped. Then from Where Jonas. Extra, extra! Watch Ebon Ward on twitch.tv/surprise round RPG. Tell your friends.
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation
Hey,
mark.
buddy, this is my turf.
You want a rumble?
Thank you. Thank you, Where Jonas, for the pre-scream joke. Then from Venomous Tia. There's definitely a video game sound effect I'm trying to remember for this, but I can't place it. Ah.
It's Aram seeing the Phantom Crusader.
That works. Thank you, Venomous Tia. Then from Yet No Bananas.
Second floor, produce, kitchenware, and mystic compasses.
Oh, that must be ours. Thank you,
Oh,
Yet No
very
Bananas.
cute. Thank you so much.
Then
Aw,
coming in at Mole. Wrong
the
choice.
Moldia.
Very nice, though.
I
Sniff,
love
sniff.
that. Very cute.
Very, very cute.
Shake well.
Yes,
And then
yes, yes.
from
And
Skipped.
refrigerate after opening.
It's a physical object.
Don't
Oh my
shake
God.
me well. Don't refrigerate
This
me
is a
after opening.
fantastic object in the real world. I'm a
Well
big
done.
fan.
This is so good. It's also so small.
There's so many
love him.
Nashes that exist in the real world now. It's great.
Oh, that's
He's
so
the most
good.
marketable, even if the dice don't want to acknowledge it.
Very, very good work, Skip. Then from Yet No Bananas.
Hey, bro, are we supposed to do a job?
Don't worry about it.
Just Mace.
Yeah, just,
Oh my God.
just Koichi pose.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Then from Venomous Tia.
The heat distorting the air, making the group look like this. This is why everyone in the Fire Emblem, or Fire Emblem, Jesus, in the Fire Realm is so blind. Yeah. Yeah, when you mentioned that it was transparent, I was like, oh, because no, they'd never see them then. There's no way.
Yeah, no, it's too fucked. Thank you, Venomous Tia. From Ziggy.
We should be checking the ceiling.
You have said that every 10 minutes, every day, for the last 30 years. There is never anyone there.
But what about no? There will not.
There is nothing. You are dumb.
They start fighting.
Thank you, Ziggy. Then from Mistletoe.
Dive in the bag. Put a note on it which says Vault 4B.
Ah.
I will
Now
tell you
we-
right now, that would not work.
What do
They
you
would
mean?
look at that and go, why the hell would this be out in the hall? Oh, man.
Thank you, everyone, for submitting that. And Will,
Hey, yeah.
thank you for running this. This was an absolute pleasure.
Thanks y'all for playing. Y'all are very clever and creative, and you also showed off like almost all of my vaults, so I appreciate that.
We're doing our part. As for you, chat, thank you so much for being here, supporting the channel however you do it, be it by subscribing, or by giving us artwork, or just by being here at all. Your support, however you give it, means the absolute world to us. Thank you for being here this time, and thank you for being here next time. Say goodbye to chat, everybody.
Bye. Toodles.